Okay. We're live.
Are we live? It's not coming up on my YouTube.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a delay on the YouTube, so if you want to
just refresh. Oh, there we go. We're refreshed.
So now I got to get my shit together with Riverside.
Hello, everybody. I can say hello properly now.
Yeah, hello, everybody. Welcome. All right. Sorry about the late start. About 4 minutes. I was having technical difficulties. Good to see everybody. What's up, Adam? Strawberry Moon, Joseph, Cobra Kai. We got Roaring Sensei. You guys can see him. I got like cool little stars in the background too. All right, let me get my tabs together, and then we can get started. See how we doing. We got 15 folks in here today. What's up, everyone? Miles Moas, good to see you, bro. Wall Street Short Bus. I brought my chat down, so it's a little better. What's up, Faxon FM? Good to see you, bro. Juicy. Hello. I saw Magnificent up there. Joseph Cobra Kai. Dirk McDirk. Good to see you, bro.
Dirk.
Dirk McDirk.
Oh, I love South Park.
All right, let's see. Give another second here, and then we'll get started.
Cool.
Everyone, we sound good out there in chat. You can hear me well. I'll lean into Mike more. Sosa's liking the dip. Yeah. It's not a bad dip, that's for sure. All right, let me tweet that we're going live, and then we'll start the show. I got a little clip, and then we'll come in.
Cool. King of Tin and King of Charts.
That was a pretty cool picture, dude. Like,
I absolutely stole that one straight away. That was amazing. So good.
All right, let's do this one. Quote tweet. We are live. If y'all could like the stream, if you're in here and you're not subscribed on YouTube, go subscribe, please. Like the stream, retweet, all that fun stuff. We're almost to 500. We're pretty close.
Got 21 in there now.
Let's go.
Doing well.
We're going to talk about all the fun rumors today. We are live with Roaring Sensei. There we go. All right, let's see. So I wanted to start with a little quick clip, and then we'll start the show. Okay.
No worries.
Let's see. What's up, everyone? What's up, yesterday gaming? I'm still blind, and I got that shit like 3 feet from me.
I've increased my font size to 150 times.
All right, so this is...
Well, joining us now to react to that interview is Ryan Cohen, the CEO of GameStop. So, Ryan, you were listening there to Andrew. There was a little glimmer of hope. You didn't think it was impossible, just very difficult. What's your reaction?
It reminds me of the movie Dumb and Dumber, where the girl tells Jim Carrey, he asks, what are my chances? And she says like 1 in a million or something. And he says, so you're saying there's a chance.
I mean, look, Andrew is, notwithstanding your little dig, which I played to him, that he didn't understand it. I think he does understand it. And he outlined just now the reasons for his concern and wanting you to really articulate how you thought this would work. Do you understand his concerns? Do you accept that he, is pretty expert in this and the concerns are valid?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Everything that I've done has always been tough. If you would have looked at what the chances of Julie to succeed against Amazon, the odds, were very, very low. And turning around GameStop, if you asked all of Wall Street what they thought the business was going to be doing in 2026, when I joined the board, I would have said that the company would have been bankrupt a few times over. So Yeah, this is it's tough.
There have been reports today saying that you've not given up on this project, and you may now take your proposal directly to shareholders for an attempted hostile takeover. Is that true?
I'm definitely not going to give up. It's I'm not going to stop. So
you're not denying the report, which includes the proposal potentially direct to shareholders for an attempted hostile takeover. Is that bit true?
Ultimately, the owners of the business are the shareholders, and the fate of the business is going to be decided by the owners of the business. And the vote is going to come down to who they want running the business. Do you want an entrenched management team that's collecting tens of millions of dollars in risk-free compensation running the business? Or do you want someone that's putting all his chips on the table, both through GameStop and me personally? But ultimately, the management team and the board has all kinds of perverse incentives. But I'm going to do everything to make sure that ultimately the owners of the business get to make that decision.
Good. All right. Let's fucking go. You with us, Sensei?
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. All right. 3, 2, 1. Thanks, everyone, for checking out the show. I'm Sean Fitzy.
And I'm Roaring Sensei.
And this is The Echo Chamber. Mondays have been anything but boring lately, and we had another exciting pre-market. This time, thanks to rumors of a potential eBay partnership. Do we trust this, bro? Do we trust this, bro, Sensei?
The article itself, nonsense. But the options on the table, unlimited. I think he's keeping his options open, and the article itself, I didn't even read it. Not even worth reading. But I think
it came from an op.
Yeah, a few different avenues, and this could be one of them as another plan if things don't necessarily go the way he wants to go, or they take too long to go the way he wants to go. I just think it's a nice another solution for him as a backup,
Yeah, and so, well, first off, how are you doing? We got Roaring Sensei with us, everyone. I edit the show, so if you're listening on the podcast, you missed like the part where Sensei's here. How are you, Sensei?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm just looking at all these lovely people in here. We've got Magnificent, Adam, just me, Kyle's just come in. Hello, we've got Angie. Tons of people.
What's up? Yeah,
I'm good. I've got one more night at the dojo tomorrow night. I've been off tonight. I've had my Mondays off for the summer holidays, and you guys, I believe, go back. The kids go back a bit earlier than us, but our kids are off for another 2.5 weeks yet.
Yeah.
But so we're heading to California on Wednesday morning, and I am buzzing.
Nice.
Looking forward to it.
That's great. We go back. The kids go back Wednesday, so 2 more days of not having to drive around. But I'm about 3 months out from my middle one having her license now. So.
Oh God. Okay.
Then I won't have to do any more driving to school. At least probably. Yeah. I'm probably free after that for the rest of my life. Maybe.
Nice.
We'll see. Yeah. Going back Wednesday though.
Well, that's perfect because we get in on Wednesday. So as long as the traffic dies down because all the kids are at school, then that's great. Yeah.
And I mean, so we'll talk about your streaming later. I know you're coming out here. I say here to California, but not here. You're not coming up north. What's the furthest north you've been in California on these trips?
Well, I mean, back in 22, I did the whole of it. I went San Fran first, and then drove all the way down that coastal road to LA. Spent time in Malibu and those kind of areas, and then down to San Diego from there, and then across to Vegas. But every time I go now, that was like a big blowout post-COVID trip. But every time I go now, it's just Oceanside, San Diego, Vista, Carlsbad, Encinitas, kind of around that strip, right, just north of San Diego, where Brooks's GameStop is and the dojo is and everything. And Small world. That is where the Mod Retro headquarters are.
Oh wow,
so
that is cool.
That was why I went to go last time and met the CEO and had a tour around the building and everything. So yeah, such a small world. And Toast lives there, of course.
I saw your little golf cart excursion with Toast.
That was mad. Yeah, we went for pizza with him and with Torren, which is the CEO of Mod Retro, and it's kind of like just a strange change of life over the last year, from like being the dojo sensei that's just there. I say just, I love it, but like you're very set in your routine. You're going to the dojo every night. You're teaching all the different age groups and getting into the GameStop stuff. I've been here since 2020, 2021, and was very quiet on social media. And then all of a sudden, obviously the stream started happening from my bloody phone and whatever. And then before you know it, Joe is introducing me to Torren and Mod Retro, and then then we're doing more stuff together, which is mad. But
I was trying to find that guy on the skateboard doing like he's total vibe, like drinking fucking Gatorade. That's what your video was like. On the golf cart, there's a dude who's like on his skateboard, just like fucking vibing.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's kind of what that was. He was playing like Steely Dan or some shit in the background. That's how I felt watching you ride in a golf cart with Toast. It was
the best bit was that we saw these two random guys, and they were you know exactly what I'm talking about. They were the absolute stereotype California surfer dude type, and he drives past them. He spins around. He goes, "Oh, you all right, boys?" He said, "Oh, Aaron, these are just like my neighbors or whatever, a few doors down." They were a bit drunk or a bit whatever. And he says, "Oh, where you going, guys?" I said, "Oh, we're just going to head to that bar down there or whatever." He says, "Hop on the back. I'll take you down there." And he goes, they're like, get on. They're like, "Hey, bro, nice to meet you," like proper. And, and Joe turns around to them, absolute like Jimmy Carr. I don't know if you know that comedian, but like the British comedian who's like really dry, a bit like Ricky Gervais. And he just turned around and he said to the guys, he was like, "Oh, yeah, this is Aaron, and he travels to America to come to GameStop." And he just looked at them with like this deadpan face, and they looked back and they went, "That's cool, bro." Like because I was like, I think they thought like, does he really? He comes all the way to California to go to GameStop, and I just went along with it. I was like, yeah, I just love it so much. Like I just fly out here, go to GameStop every day, and then I just fly home.
Like gnarly, bro.
Yeah, they were. They were like, I think they were thinking, what a sad motherfucker. But then they said that
it's true though. That's the funny part.
Like, no exaggeration. That's it. I go on holiday. I go for the dojo. But actually, if I didn't have GameStop there, I wouldn't keep going back. But but no, the connection with Brooks and that has been amazing. And but no, we ended up telling them in the end when they got off the car. I was like, by the way, I do actually come here for martial arts and all that. Like, "Oh, bro," we were like, "What?"
That's true.
But yeah. It's so cool, man. So cool.
I think you might do a better surfer dude than I do.
Oh, bro.
Gnarly, bro, dude. Let's go, dude. I can't even do it. I'm from here, but I'm Northern California. We say that's hella cool. That's cool.
Yeah, you're very fancy up there.
Yeah. I can spot someone from around here if they say the word hella or hecka. It's a dead giveaway. They're from the Northern California area. Nice. All right. So good. I'm glad you're here. I want to get into some streaming and stuff because that's kind of been a little bit of hobby of mine too as we go. We got 32 in here. What's up, y'all? Riotous Men. Good to see you. Hello. NPTML. Hello, gnarly, bro. What's up, Mags? Good to see you, bro. My dogs are barking.
A lot of these guys come on my stream, so it's nice to see you guys.
Yeah.
MP and Righteous and everybody. We've got Wall Street Short Bus Stop. That's some name. That's a hell of a name.
All right, I'm gonna go yell at my dog real quick.
Yeah, no stress. I'll entertain.
Yeah.
Johnny, question: what piece of GME data brings you peace during these 52-week lows? What piece of GME data brings you peace? Maybe not stock data for me. I'm sure Fitzy can go into that, but just the chance to buy more, I suppose, and the fact that the balance sheet is stronger than ever. That's about it, really.
All right. It was my wife. She got home and fucking they get all excited and shit.
There you go.
Kyle Gibson is so perma-bullish that see, I should read before I said it. He said, I'm so perma-bullish that Sensei is here. I bought more.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
So you know when Keith went on the SEC, investigation, was like, I don't encourage, I don't tell people what to do. Apparently, because I'm here, people are buying the stock. So I didn't say that,
That's great.
Can you speak louder, please? I don't know if he's being sarcastic or if my mic is quiet. Is my mic quiet? Can you hear me all right?
No, I hear you great, but that's good. Let us know. I think
Yeah,
that's good. Strawberry, what do you think? Can you hear us? Testing.
that's it. Sounds
All
good.
right, well,
Everyone's saying, yeah, all good. No problem.
We're good. We're good. Yeah, sorry. I do got like a 10-second delay. We're trying to be more interactive. I'm trying. I brought, like I said, the chat down. So I'm trying to see it all. We might get back to you if we're talking and you say, I'm going to try to get back to it and see it all. So
yeah, I always keep my eye on it, and I'm getting used to it myself now. And I know we're going to talk about that a bit more, but it's something that I've had to get used to as well while you're running the stream and pulling the packs and all the rest of it. It is hard, but
yeah, it's fucking really hard sometimes, and then I don't know. It's sometimes hard to just think as you're going. So
yeah,
like Magnificent had me doing math 2 weeks in a row. I've had guest hosts trying to have me do math. So I'll try to not have that happen this time. I was like, I'm absolutely terrible at math on air, but yeah, a good episode last week, Magnificent. I had a lot of fun. If you didn't go back, if you didn't listen, we do like a good hour and a half of like Roaring Kitties history. We get into the YOLO updates. We get into the live stream, the meme movie, a little bit of the meme movie. I think we need to bring you back, bro, and kind of just start talking meme movie, I think. So anyways, go check that one out. That was really good. It was a good stream. So
sorry, I just laughed at that comment there from Fox.
I was talking shit and then I said it was great.
yeah, and then I'm laughing. But you saying it's great. I'm laughing at I'm laughing at Fox's comment. Jay from the In-Betweeners is plenty loud enough. If you don't know what that means, you need to Google the In-Betweeners. But I'm just going to call Fox a bus wanker. That's what I'm gonna call him.
Oh,
They tried to copy it in the US and it bombed. They released the first season of the US In-Betweeners a few years ago, and it absolutely died on its ass because they tried to do what you guys did with The Office in the first season. Your American first season of The Office was a carbon copy of the British one, and it very, very nearly bombed until they diverted away and took it to more of an American audience and changed it a little bit. And then, of course, it carried on for God knows how long. But they did the same with the In-Betweeners, and it just did not translate. It was just an awful remake, But the British version is just 4 young lads that are just arsing about at school and just being dickheads, And
yeah, I keep meaning to upload sound effects as I go.
Nice.
I got claps and shit. All right, that's enough. Jesus Christ.
That was a loud clap.
That was a lot, and it got louder too. What's the clown do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a clown. Oh, drum roll. I don't know, but then I got. Sorry, but.
Fuck.
That's just a traditional. I was looking for my bloody wanker. I don't know where it is. I need to get back in there. But anyways, I'm gonna say, if you're in chat, dude, spam something for a second because I still haven't seen you. I swear she might be like shadow banned. She's been in chat every week and I haven't seen.
I can tell you how to manually approve users so that they. I had the same thing where one of my viewers' messages weren't getting through. And you go into your YouTube backend into the settings, and you can actually manually add them as an approved user.
Does that mean that I blocked her at some point?
It just means that YouTube thinks she's a spammer.
Well, she might. And no, I'm playing.
She is a bit of a spammer, but no, I'm just kidding.
Meme spammer.
That's it. But no, we had a couple of the lads. We had a couple of the lads that their messages weren't getting through on my streams, and I've added them manually, approved, and it just means they're 100% guaranteed not to get blocked.
All right, I'm gonna have to probably do that because we do contests and stuff. That wasn't fun. So okay, let's I'm gonna go to Butt Farm. It's fun to say. Probably can't see it. Let's see.
Zoom in.
See. Yeah, see here. I don't know. Anyways,
is that in a browser?
Yes, it was in. I'm on X. I'm looking at.
It's just an image, is it?
Yeah.
Click on the link. Is there not a link to open it?
Well, but it's Oh, we'll see what this takes me to. Non-paywall here.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that I opened. Yeah, the non-paywall link to the article.
Let me do. I'm not a robot. Okay, good call. Share this tab.
There you go. That's better.
All right. So GameStop, Ryan Cohen was pulling $56 billion eBay offers. So I mean, I could start with that. I just put a tweet out. He doesn't need to pull anything. Like it was a non-binding offer at first. So we're already starting off a little sus with this article. Like he doesn't need to pull anything. And you know, at the end of this, I think we can honestly say nothing's changed. Like this rumor probably doesn't mean, even if this is what he wants, I don't think it changes any like kind of strategic possibilities, like you were saying at the very beginning. Like nothing seems to change. But GameStop Corp, led by Chief Executive Officer Ryan Cohen, is considering withdrawing its $56 billion bid for eBay, according to people familiar with the matter. Cohen is considering proposing a partnership or joint venture that would enable eBay to leverage GameStop's roughly 1,600 U.S. retail store locations. The people said, asking not to be identified because the matter is private. That could allow both to increase market share in high margin categories such as trading cards, collectibles, and the people said. Anyways. And then, they want GameStop as one of eBay's largest shareholders would seek representation on eBay's board as part of any partnership they added. So, yeah. I don't know. The rest is talking about takeover bid was a bold move by Cohen after GameStop billed a I don't know. It was all kind of fudge. Like you said, I didn't really read off after that. Oh, they talked about Burry buying in and then not buying in and then announcing that he was selling. And
I genuinely didn't get that far. Like I say, I opened it. I had a quick look. I saw the wording, the way it was written, and I just thought, nah, there's no, according to people familiar with the matter, like, fuck off,
Yeah, exactly. And he has leaked before. So, like, I don't.
Yeah, but it was very precise. It was.
Yeah.
And it's always through the WSJ, isn't it? Always through that.
Yeah, exactly.
Through that one lady.
Yeah, that's the difference. He's not a Bloomberg guy. Like we can tell that from the last interview. So there are rumors, and I think he does leak stuff strategically. So maybe this is coming from. I saw someone mention in one of my comments. Maybe this is coming from eBay's side trying to leak something. But this is Bloomberg. He just went on Bloomberg and kind of like shit all over them. So, yeah. So I don't know. I think the response is mixed. I'm seeing a lot of people that are like, cool. Let's just, take our 10%. I mean, it wouldn't, I don't know. I've always kind of thought, that he's going for a board seat. It's what he's done. It's what he did with GameStop. He presented a letter and then got 3 seats, forced his way onto the board. It's what he attempted to do with BBBY as well. I think he got 3 seats then too, didn't he? I think he did.
For BBBY?
Yeah, I think he did. He had some seats there, and they just didn't want it. They didn't want what he was offering. And
I did. Well, I might be wrong, but I just thought I didn't think he got the board seats. I just thought he submitted like a proposal and they basically didn't like it, and he just went, "You're not going anywhere where I want to go." I think with that one in particular, he didn't see it as a GameStop where I think he probably thought, this is not my remit. He's been talking a lot recently about how his original thing was jewelry, and then he swapped into Chewy. I don't know. Maybe he had a bit of that going on. Maybe he thought, I like this. And then later on down the line, he kind of had a look and just maybe thought, not really my
You
cup of
talking
tea,
about Bad
actually.
and Beyond? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
we won't get into that. He did have three. He did have three. Seats.
Oh, he did. Oh, well, there you go. They obviously
that's it.
They obviously just clashed, didn't want it, and yeah. But I think the difference with eBay and with GameStop.
Anyway, so similar. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I think you had a bit of a lag there. I was saying, I think the difference with GameStop and eBay is he actually sort of sees what he can do with it, and he imagines an idea with it, and I think he's literally going to pull the same playbook as what he did with GameStop, which is exactly, you keep increasing your stake, you push the board, you end up getting some board seats, and you just plow your way through, you know.
Yeah. So like getting on the board, even if, well, I mean, if they negotiate it, if it's negotiated, then I think that'd be different. That would mean probably the bid to take over is done. But I don't know. I feel like it's all just rumor, I guess, right? Like, but how many rumors, just to play both, how many rumors have not been true lately? I feel like they're all kind of like, I don't know. Like, there's been some truth to almost every kind of like little leak that we've gotten. I'm trying to think of one that wasn't true.
I just think it puts the shitters on eBay rather than worrying too much about. Again, this is just me and the way I am compared to. This is why I don't sit around doing all the tinfoil stuff, because there's 50 different possibilities, and if he then goes for one of them, we still win. You know, so it's like, don't worry about which specific way it will end up. It just, he's very determined. You can tell. You know, he's very, very determined. All these interviews and everything. If we end up hostile takeover, if we end up actually agreeing something with them and partnering or merging, and then I still think he'll then down the line increase his ownership and go for more board seats and end up taking it. You know, like I just don't. I think regardless of the strategy, he ends up with eBay, and everybody was not GameStop shareholders, but like everybody outside of it was poo-pooing it even just a few weeks ago, saying, "Oh, who does he think he is? What do you think he's doing?" I was having a scout around on LinkedIn, and you know, I don't go on these things very much, but the sentiment going to some of these comments, like it's linking with what I'm saying, which is where was it? So Johnny said, like, there seems to be lots of bots on X talking about GME, and he doesn't feel like it's been this bad. I feel the same with LinkedIn and everything else, but as a nerd who is absolutely tech driven, a lot of that will be your algorithm as well. So at the end of the day, if you're sitting around scrolling on those posts, you're going to see more of those posts. Whereas if you mute them or hide them or continue and scroll past them when you see them. So it's a bit of a balance of everything. I think there is definitely more negative posts at the minute, with the stock being dumped and down and struggling. And on the other side, there's also, and you and I have talked about this before as well, I am in a position where I can be comfortable and sit on my stock and watch it go down and be like, oh, what a shame. I'm not needing it to go to 1,000. You know, I'm not needing phone numbers, so I'm in a privileged position where I can be like, oh, look, I can just get some more. You know, but back to Johnny's question, I really honestly don't think a lot of them are bots. I think genuinely there's a lot of people out there that have been sitting on this for 4, 5, 6 years. Some people only 2 or 3 years. They got in late after the initial squeeze, but they just don't really kind of get it, and they don't understand like what everything he does. It just seems to go down, you know. But when you add in everything we've been through, like whether it be theory, fact, whatever, it's been heavily shorted. So many people are against it. Everyone wants it. Oh, Ryan said himself, everybody wants it to fail. Why? Like, why would you want an American sort of institution to fail? And why would you want a guy who puts his own money in to fail versus these knobheads who sit there in their suits, you know, pulling their money out?
For real. Yeah, that was he said that a couple of times, and you're right. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just the fact that I think people are. I'm okay with it. They're impatient. They've got to a point now where 4 or 5 years is a long time to watch your stock being stagnant and having a few bumps to 30, 50, whatever. Kitty came back, but then to actually break that low was a psychological blow for a lot of people. 20.
What, last Monday you talking about when we dropped back?
Yeah, when it broke 20, it was.
Yeah, that was rough, bro. That was kind of shitty.
It was, and I was at the dojo, and I looked at. Well, no, I wasn't actually. I woke up in the morning and saw the pre-market and went, "What the fuck?"
I was like today too, but different reason. Well, it wasn't like a crazy pre-market, but it was enough 2% in pre-market. It's like something happened. But yeah, I do. That was fucking. But
again,
that was crazy.
That's the difference, though, right? People can say what they like about me. I'll sit and do intense amounts of research, but only on numbers, financial statements, the business, where it's going, what they're doing, blah, blah, blah. Not on Twitter, not on Reddit. I don't care about what Billy Joe Blogs is saying about what the stock is going to do. All I care about is why is that doing that this morning? And then you've just got to make your mind up. Do I still believe this or do I not? And as soon as I saw what he was doing with the bonds, my immediate reaction was just, there's a reason. He's not just allowing the stock to go to 18 and giving them stock worth 1.4 billion because he's woke up on a Monday and gone, yeah, have it. Like, there's a reason. And for me, it's connected to the eBay stuff and cash in the bank and debt and whatever.
So we can get into that. There has been a lot of shitheads out there, though. It's gotten but some of that is I've stepped in some shit on my own, and I got some weird alts coming at me. So, but you can kind of see the alts. But there's been fucking weirdos out there lately, and I don't know. It happens when the price drops. So today's candle's fucking ugly, by the way. That is not.
I barely even looked at it today. That is,
that's bad. Like, we gapped up and then just ate shit. So I mean, I wouldn't say ate shit, but it wasn't still held. I mean, whatever, what the fuck ever. But it's not a pretty candle. But yeah. So okay, let's just finish up with I guess the eBay update. So nothing's changed with eBay. We still got 9.8% of the company, 43,390,000 shares. I wanted to see something. I'm sorry. What did Magnificent say? He said, I think offering a strategic partnership or the acquisition is perfect. Further clarity on the eBay offer makes it more credible and gives them more leverage for the partnership path. So you think maybe he's offering? Nah, I mean, maybe. Then the eBay board is faced with a couple choices.
That's it. I think it's when you look like you're the one that's willing to negotiate, but like he said, not against himself. He's just giving options and saying, I'm going to buy it all. So if you want to merge with us and do something with us, I'm willing to work with you. But I will end up,
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe he wants a lower price. I mean, 125. What did we close the day out? 107.71. Maybe he's thinking something different instead of negotiating against himself. It'll go the other way. What's up, True Hit Rates? That's IB. Good to see you. Smells like up dog in here. What's up, dog? D-Don's good to see you, bro. Everything's intentional. You think all of it? Like all of it? Let's see what else did I see. Wall Street short bus stop 9,500. That's what I said last time. Fox. But is RC going to give Bloomberg the drop? But yeah, I don't. That's the problem. Is Bloomberg is the source.
And then in terms of Adam's comment, he despises the board. He's never going to say, never mind, let's be friends. But any businessman works with people that they hate. So you've got to.
He has talked mad shit though. Like
he has, but it would be how epic would it be if he turned around and said, "We're on the board together now, lads." Like it would just be hilarious to start with. There's board members that actually don't like one another on the board that work together regularly. But they only have to get together for board meetings and shit. Like, it's not like GameStop where they're all buddies and they kind of know each other. They used to have that lady on the GameStop board, didn't they? And she was barely involved at all. And she got replaced by Nat Turner, you know, and now they're going down the kind of partnership route with PSA. But GameStop's board is quite unusual in the sense that they're all quite involved and they know what's going on and they all trust one another. And it's not always like that, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Edwin, hey, Sean. Oh, what's up, Doris? Good to see you, man.
Here he is.
Yeah, it's Doris. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, thanks, everyone, for coming out. Appreciate it. So, yeah, we own 9.8% of eBay. We're still up on the position. It's going to look great for Q2. Even at 107, we're still up. But, you know, I think Q2 closed out at like 111 or 114 or something like that. So this all the same stuff. Delaware 203 over 15% is still applied. You know, there's definitely a chance he has always planned on waiting for eBay shareholder next year to launch like a proxy war or whatever, or try to take over the board, or, you know, that could have always have been his plan. And, you know, he saw an opportunity with the vote to get it down to 10%. That didn't pass. Maybe he leaned on heavily on the board, try to see what he could get now, but ultimately he can fall back and just kind of hang out until next year. That was, you know, no one wants to hear that shit, but who knows? Who knows what the plan ultimately is? Who are some of the notable YouTube personalities that you'd recommend following for GME opinions? YouTube, the Echo Chamber. That's a good channel for one. I mean, okay, so Moran France has good info. He's just hard to get through sometimes, but I would suggest him. And then what's the other, the For Life guy, the guy that wears tank tops a lot? What's his name? Debt for Life. I don't remember his name. What's Kylo's YouTube? That would be the fucking saddest YouTube ever, bro.
That's the thing, though. See, because that's where I differ with every subject, which is it doesn't matter if it's GME or anything. I can't follow somebody I don't respect, you know, even if they've got good information, and that's a bit of a stubborn thing on my end. But if somebody's not a good person, or they're quite negative or quite rude, I don't know this Budget for Life guy, actually. I've seen a couple of his clips, but he looks like a decent guy. Yeah,
he has some good knowledge. He has a vast tank top collection.
But again, I suppose it's, are you after, you know, when you say GME, I presume you mean stock, but
oh, that guy talks straight GME. Yeah, he talks company, GameStop. You know what I mean? I mean, probably. I mean, if you want to just hear GME talk stock, it's been pretty shitty lately. So
that's what I mean. There's not a lot to talk about in terms of the stock, right? But the company, the financials, the business, yeah, there's quite a few good people around, I think. I mean, Robot, who I'm friends with, is always posting stuff on X about the financials and the business side of things, and
his spaces are really, really good too.
Yeah, he does them with a few different people. He's had Paulie on there once or twice, and then he has different guests. He had somebody on there the other day that I can't remember now. Oh, you know, a few Strawberry was coming up, and people like that were coming up. And but the thing is, again, you got to be careful, because I know for a fact that he's getting his information like stolen and reposted and putting through. People are putting it through AI and, you know, making videos out of it and things like that. So that's why I'm ultra careful with it, because I'm a bit, I don't know, my sort of principles take over, and I'm like, well, that's good information, but it's not yours, or you're just a bit of an ass. Or,
even Twitter doesn't like that shit. They're changing their whole creator program to get away from that. They want
so happy with that. And there's all these people bitching and moaning, and I don't even qualify for the new program. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care, because we might stop seeing this ripped off bullshit and constant just shitty comments in the replies just to get their views and impressions and whatever.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
So the butt fucking might stop. Oh, goddamn. That was rough. But yeah, anyone who knows. Sorry. Anyone who doesn't, that just sounded weird as shit. But no, I like it. I made it. I was like, you know, I've seen a lot of people upset about it, but I made it. I was pretty happy about that.
That's it. That's the difference. I don't care that I haven't made it. I will if I start posting a bit more again. I was saying to you before, wasn't I, that I've only been concentrating on sort of GameStop shopping, PowerPacks, and the streams. So therefore, YouTube and X have just been platforms to discuss PowerPacks and things, really. And therefore, I've not been hitting my my same sort of impressions and things because I'm not sitting there replying to posts and whatever. But
yeah,
it doesn't bother me. I'd rather have a place again where the content is real, the content is, you know. But I do think we're going to struggle with the, I'm using AI every day, but we're going to struggle with this for a while, where it's like people are just ripping off shit, changing the wording slightly, and just posting it as their own. You know.
Yeah, and then just adding some little shit or little stamp or whatever. Like the hold down and post is a viable way to post something like on a video. You know what I mean? Post a video. You should do that instead of like saving it, unless you're gonna edit it and make it a meme or
See, the thing is, even that, right? You can rip a transcript off a YouTube video, pump it through AI, and there you go. You've got a post. You know, it's honestly so easy now.
Suck. Those guys suck, bro. All those AI posters suck. Fuck, those shits are annoying. That's for sure. Like, what's up, Captain? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
And I'll take that as a compliment, David. I'm giving off Ricky Gervais vibes. I like it. I like it.
It was good. All right. Okay. So, anything else about this article? I don't know. Maybe it was leaked on purpose, but bad info. I don't know. That's RC seems to play things pretty straight up, to be honest.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like his playbook is very simple, and people try to overcomplicate it and come up with loads of pixie fairy ideas when actually he's just strict. He wants the stock. He wants the company. He's going to give himself plenty of options, and I would put my mortgage on him getting it. Like, it's just a matter of when. Like, is it going to piss people off and take another 2 years? Like, maybe, like it's, who knows? Because it's not a quick, simple thing to, just purchase a $55 billion company. It's, that's the other thing with regards to people getting, back to this sort of thing about bots and people getting angry. It's why you're in it, isn't it, as well? If you've maintained that you're solely in it for MOAS and this theory to do with hitting phone numbers and all this kind of stuff, then you're never going to be happy with it sitting at 18 and 20 and 25. And, you're never going to be happy. But if you are in it to watch the company grow and to invest in it as a business, which is why I say sort of GME versus GameStop, if you know what I mean, because I feel like a lot of the kind of older GME crowd were very much take my billions and billions and go kind of thing. And they're frustrated because it's not getting even over the wall of 30, let alone 100 and 1,000 and 10,000. And,
25 has been an asshole for years, bro. 25 is the one. Yeah. I mean, I get all of that. It's fucking, I mean, even the news today, I sold. So I had some calls. I was kind of like, just in case shit on Friday at the end of the day. And they're all printed. It was 1950s in the money. Sold right the fuck away. I don't even know if I got in the money by the time we opened, but I knew it.
Right.
Sell the fucking open, man. Like, if you're playing GameStop calls, did we get it? We opened it, what, 1961? Yeah. It's not been fun. I mean, it's not. The ending of the day wasn't great either. We'll save it for a little bit, but
that's the thing, isn't it? It's methodical, it's boring, and a lot of people are not in it for that. And when there's nothing to talk about, it's people get frustrated and stressed, and I can understand it. Exactly, that's it, Captain. Exactly. I always feel like, and again, I'm never going to assume. Sometimes it might not be people with options, or it might just be somebody who's down on their luck and they've been on this stock for 6 years and they were expecting to see it at $1,000 a share or something, and they're having a rough time. You know what I mean? But I try and step back and say, leave that person alone. If they're going to be a dick to me, I'll shut them down and block them. But I'm not going to go in there, shut up or whatever. Like, if they're struggling, they're struggling. If they've put their options on, I had a really shit year last year. You know this, Sean, and then a lot of people that are close within our community know that I had a really rough year last year because I fucked up and was playing options very well, selling long dated puts and things like that. And steadily bringing in 1 to 2K a month, on a very strict rule set, shall we say. And then I started being a bit, I saw it with all the Bitcoin stuff. It went up to 30 again, and I just started making all the wrong moves. And when it went up, I had the I was like, what do I do with these puts? What do I do? Like sold puts. And then when it went down, I'd bought calls and things like that, and it was just like, oh, I'm never doing this again. And
I hate that, bro. I've done that with SPY before, and it's like you just gotta fucking pull the ripcord, but it's like too late sometimes. Was it? It was May. Was it?
I had a heartbeat monitor on for about 6 months, and it was just going, and because I was watching my account just go and bleed away, and
that's
I was basically, it's just heart palpitations. It's exactly, that's it. Exactly. Investing is hard. Taking your time and just saying, don't fucking touch it. And there's the phrase, the dead man's portfolio is the best man's portfolio. Because they just leave it. They don't touch it, and you get that urge to say, oh, sell it now, get rid of it now. Whereas if you just buy the stock and you sit on it, you're disappointed that it's not 100, but you're not sitting there crying because you've lost 50 grand, 100 grand on. And this isn't going to change maybe anybody's mind, but it was my experience, and I really, really fucking went through it to the point where I could have gone to zero if I wasn't careful,
Oh yeah. No, the shit, especially when you start trying to like make up for it. Yeah, no, call options on GME since probably I think around, well, no, definitely the Bitcoin announcement and then the bond. Feels like that fucking bond. We can get into that next. We can just start talking about that, the unwind of the bond or whatever we want to call it. But that shit definitely suppressed volatility. It seems we had our little run in for the warrants, and then really big news in January, and that's my tinfoil, by the way. There's some deleted tweet 10, and then the eBay news, but that's it, man. It's been rough, and it's hard to play any of that. Like the eBay shit, we're all excited here, but that was, we opened here and sold off right away. That was where Burry fudded us. Like today, you got to act in like fucking 30 seconds. You better hope Robinhood loads up quickly if you're playing options, because you can miss your window immediately. So
that was my birthday, by the way.
What's that?
The dump.
Oh, in May?
That was literally in May. Yeah, May the 4th was when I got my birthday tweet from Larry, and
God, that was
that was insane. And then and then it just dumped.
Burry.
May the 4th.
Yeah, maybe they ran that May cycle right here with the volume, and I'm hoping that wasn't our August cycle. We had a lot of volume, because it doesn't necessarily mean they don't need the price action to go up to roll their shit a lot of the time. It's just the volume they need. They need to churn that shit. So
they're blending. They can blend it in, can't they? With the bonds and everything.
Yep. So a bunch of volume isn't a great thing, especially if I'm trying to wait on a cycle move. But I don't know. Let's get into the debt for equity exchange. So you think, I think you said this earlier, but you think that the debt for equity exchange is tied to the eBay deal? What are your thoughts with that?
Well, yeah. I mean, I just don't see why. Again, why you would have to do it now. For there is there's that they can come to him and say, we want the stock now, and then he has to agree to it and okay it and put it through. There has to be a reason for it. I was reading through all the stuff the other day, and somebody was saying how it wasn't actually written in to the contract for the bonds that they can just take the stock whenever they want. It has to be agreed by the board. Because, that could be a clause, right? For the 0% interest, they might have said, for giving you 0% interest. We want to take the stock whenever we want. You know, so if it's low, we take it. But apparently that wasn't written in. So they had to go back to them and say, we want the stock now. There would have had to have been a reason why Ryan okayed that, and why would they want the stock now? You know, other than the fact that they think it's going to go up. If they think it's a shit show that's only going down, you know, to 15 and 12 and whatever, they're not going to want it when it's at 20 and 19, you know? So to me, it just has to be tied in that they see upside, the bond holders, and Ryan is okay with them taking it low because he knows it's going up. And, you know, I don't subscribe to all the bullshit theories of, once again, I just don't do fucking tinfoil.
Well, you don't think it's roaring kitty, bro?
on either side, positive or negative. So I see a lot of negative at the minute, how like Ryan's just working for Wall Street and he's actually taking the stock down. And I'm like, do you not realize how much he owns, you fucking moron? Like, even if he sold calls on all of it, or he had XYZ deals on all of it, he still owns that stock. And I know he bought it at 3 or 4 or whatever, but he doesn't want to sit there watching it dribble down by the time he gets to 50, 60 years old.
No.
It's, you know, and then once again, you know, fiduciary duty to his shareholders is for it to not do that. You can't sit there watching it go down on purpose while you sell calls and go, "Oh, I'm making millions," while your shareholders are getting fucked. Like, he can't legally do that, you know? So otherwise there's a massive fucking SEC lawsuit and in 10 years time or whatever, you know? It's people are so insane.
They, you know, they could the early exchange was very difficult to hit. So, like, you know, the people saying, well, they could have just, you know, they had the opportunity for equity. Yeah, but GameStop would have had to trade above like 38, or no, maybe it was like, I think maybe it was $38 for like 20 straight trading days within a certain window. It would have to maintain the price. So, you know, there was a chance to get in there if certain things happen, but I mean, we can't hold above 25. I wouldn't see.
Well, this is it.
38 being something like easy for them. So, I mean, that opportunity wasn't really there for the bondholders if they wanted equity.
No, unless, of course, things, again, it's options on either side, isn't it? The stock could have potentially done that, but it didn't. It didn't happen. So they need the option on the other side, right? For if it goes low, like it has. And they need both. They need both sides. They all need options. Ryan needs options for eBay, you know, and they need options to acquire this stock if they want it. And the fact that they still want it now, seeing where it is, to me is good, you know.
Yeah, LC put out a really good tweet on it, because I mean,
that was
there's
amazing.
all kinds of. I have a couple of them marked up. I got one from Robot, where he was talking about how, you know, if it comes out to 10%, which is, you know, we don't know who the bondholder is. We don't, or the bondholders that want this exchange. We don't know if it's a group. I mean, I know it's fucking crazy long shot, but, you know, somebody was buying a lot of bonds in April, and now bondholders have come to GameStop, I think, or maybe GameStop came to them, but it sounded like they came to GameStop. I think you said that in your reply here. You said, thanks for letting us know that they came to GameStop, I think is what I saw you say. And LC's tweet does. So what debt holders value about debt is downside protection. What they give up is upside. What equity holders value about equity is upside participation. What they give up is downside protection. Therefore, when debt holders voluntarily choose to convert from debt to equity, it's because they value the upside potential of owning the equity more than in downside
protection. The line there. That's the line there. When debt holders zoom in a bit, it's a bit small for me. Or are you on X?
Well, I'm on X, but I can. Yeah, let's see if I can.
Just that line there. When debt holders voluntarily, that's it, choose to convert. So he's literally saying they're the ones that wanted to volunteer. They want the equity, you know. Hence my comment saying that they came to us, because that line right there, basically. And obviously, he doesn't necessarily have to be talking about GameStop, right? But that seems very clear, that post.
He definitely is. I mean, and then there was another one, I think I should have marked that one off because it's hard to just flip through people's Twitter and find shit. But there was another one earlier in the day where he was talking about, I forget what it was, but it was definitely about the eBay deal, I think, or I don't remember now. But I mean, he's a board member for GameStop, and he's talking about this kind of shit on the day or the day after, I think maybe that we had the debt for equity exchange news announced. He's definitely talking about GameStop. So, so depending on who this is or what entity this is, or if it's a group, I feel like, I don't know. I mean, it could be a bunch of different people. I don't know. I mean, that would mean that like they got together and then came to GameStop, or GameStop reached out to a whole bunch of different bondholders and asked them if they want to convert early. I mean, that would be
I mean, yeah, potentially, but that it could be that way around. They've sent a mass email and said, "Does anyone want the stock right now?" Maybe.
Yeah.
But
it's 10%. That's where I was at a minimum. It's 10%. So
yeah,
I mean, not at a minimum. We don't know the minimum. That's the other, I guess, news about it is that there is a minimum to this. I mean, we're trading like maybe it's around 19. I mean, we had heavy volume. It's a 35-day VWAP. Yeah. So it's based heavily on volume and the price over 35 days, and we started off with a banger. So it'll take a little bit to move up in the meantime, or to move this number. But there's a minimum. We don't know what it is. It's not disclosed. That would maybe we'd.
Well, I said the other day, I think again, it's all just my own. I think we've hit it. I think we've hit the low, and we might hit it again. We might touch it again. But I think
1855.
I think that floor was well. I'm talking about the low in terms of where they're going to take the shares at, the VWAP, and exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
I think we're talking at about $19 a share.
19.
And therefore, I think over the next few weeks we might see it go back to 2021. And then, but some people think it's going to boom, and then the VWAP is going to exponentially increase. I'm British. I'm always a cynic, and I'm always erring on the side of caution. And it's not because I don't want it to go up, obviously. I just would be okay if it just slowly went up a little bit and, increase the VWAP to, say, 20 instead of 19, because we see the stock go back to $21 over the next few weeks or whatever. And you get like an average of 20 maybe, but I'm just estimating, and I don't think we see it go to 40 or whatever, and therefore your VWAP goes to like 29 or something. But I mean, I'd love that, obviously, but we'll see. Yeah. Unless he drops a nuke or something, and says, but again, the business side of me just says he's not going to do that to the people who he's making these negotiations with for billions of dollars to shit on them, So he's not going to pull the wool over their eyes and do something that's going to fuck them up, because at the end of the day, they're giving him the money at 0%. So why is he going to put a wrench in that and their relationship, and give them the stock at, say, 26? It just doesn't sit right with me. You wouldn't do business with somebody like that, Yeah.
Boo true hit rates. Boo IB 1789. If we do 1789, by the way, sorry to cut you off, Sensei, but
no stress.
We better break that gap down there. Like what is it? 1756 from when Kitty came back. If we're down there, we need to clear that gap. And I'm absolutely not ruling that out at this point.
I'm going to say I am.
Yeah. Well, okay, that's good. I'm not saying we're going to go below 1855. This is Magnificent's fault, just so everybody knows.
Yeah.
1855 is on Mags. So it's all right.
Yeah, no, that's it, Strawberry. I don't know whether you heard all of it, but absolutely, we don't know what the floor is, and it's all just. This is exactly what I don't like to do on Twitter and stuff, is sit there banding around estimations and things. But when I'm live like this and talking with people, I think you can get more emotion and more sort of more understanding on where somebody's coming from. You know, when you sit there going through your own stuff and you just look at your numbers, you look at different things. And I always just err on the side of caution, which is I can't see us absolutely booming to the sky right now through this 30-day wait. But I also am balanced enough to think, you know, we're not going to go to 15 or 16 or some shit. I think we've pretty much hit it. And if we go down to 1750, 1780, like, oh well, it's $1. Like, you know, it's if you see it like that, you know, if you've got X number of 100,000 or whatever shares, it's $1 on each share. It's not. We've already been through shit. It's not the end of the world, you know.
Yeah. Let's see. Juicy only sees green. I like that. Nice. Let's see. What else did I have here? I was on some. Oh, well, so I just had Robot. So first off, Robot has some good posts, like you were saying. He had one where, you know, at about 10%, 1.4 billion would mean the company's worth about $30 a share. So, and that would be about the price of the bonds, I think, too, 28, 29 bucks. So I just found that interesting. Follow Robot for all kinds of good information with this shit. And then Richard Newton. Let's see if I got his tweet. He had some really interesting tweets, really, really good stuff. So he kind of went back and forth on whether or not this was a good thing before LC's post, and then he came back after LC's post and kind of wrote it up again. I won't get into all this, but you know, we're a lot of us are out here, excuse me, still just trying to like dig in and learn this stuff. So, but we got a lot of good resources out there. You know, even if I'm blocked.
And then just be careful with AI as well. I think people really overestimate the capability in the sense of this kind of knowledge. For doing what I do with it and tech stuff and logic, it's the same argument again as logic versus emotion, which is I solely want to apply logic to this investment. And when I start getting emotional about it, that's when you start making fuck ups. But when you're searching AI for this kind of content, all it's doing is pulling stuff from Reddit and from Twitter and from YouTube transcripts and whatever. Just be careful. If you know, the amount of times AI lies to me on a daily basis is unbelievable. And people almost take things, you know, that Grok says as gospel. And it's like, do you not realize that Grok is literally programmed to be the most socially influenced AI program out there? It literally connects in with X and other social media platforms to listen to what humans are saying. And the amount of people that are just idiots out there spouting bullshit. I don't want to listen to what Grok is saying. Thank you very much. I just want
facts, and they sound smart too. That's the thing is they sound really polished and you know, so all right, let's see. Do we got anything else, Captain? God, if we go to 17, we're gonna need a lot of braces because these bearish TA guys are gonna hurt themselves padding. Yeah, they're gonna be fucking breaking their back, reaching around and under, and they already have, man. Last week was all the victory laps, claiming victory on something they called 2 years ago, or fucking a year and a half ago, or even 6 months ago.
Exactly, Zeb. There you go. If you ask Grok to cite something about, it will quote Bad Robot or somebody. Exactly. And nobody wants to listen to that fucking idiot.
Yeah, I had ChatGPT sourcing this show for some shit I was doing in research for this show. I was like, you can't do that. Remove me from my own research, please.
Yeah.
I don't need that. Good to see you, Zeb.
Yeah, he says, you got one of those dirty Brits on. There you go.
All right. Let me get through this, and then we'll take a break because I need a break. And we'll come back and talk about you and what you've been up to. Let's see. So my tinfoil was that somebody's buying a bunch of shares. We don't know who it is, but you know, I always kind of want it to be Kitty. But even if at like $21, or $20, it's like 13% of the company. So that is somebody is bullish as fuck, or a group is bullish as fuck. So that's interesting. But we do have a volume event scheduled between now and the end of this 35-day VWAP, or hopefully, which would be earnings. It didn't go that well last time, I guess, volume-wise. Let me see if I can pull it up. But we do got something in the form of, a catalyst that doesn't require RC to announce any kind of big news or whatever. What was the day we got earnings? It was like June 2nd, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember dates.
Yeah, June 2nd. So we popped to like 23. So it wasn't even like we got a bunch of volume, but we did get some. It was a good day. It was a good start to the day.
I did actually buy some last week when it's on Monday. For my first time in a while, actually, that I made a big purchase.
Let's go. Yeah, it was fucking dip after dip. IB's here. I was thinking about, like, we should probably roll back out How Low Can You Go GME. This is a very good time for it. And I know you were talking about it on the episode last time you were here, but How Low Can You Go GME is a pretty fun game where you try to get the lowest cost average of the day.
Yeah, I remember. I used to join in quite regularly.
Yeah, a lot of people trying to get the lowest price they could get. So, but where I was going is there is something that can move the price up with volume in the form of earnings. And it could be a bit of a triple threat, if the eBay deal is still on, which I'm not willing to say it's off based off this. Trust me, bro. But, a good price increase would help our warrants, would help the eBay deal, and would help this bond, this debt for equity exchange. So I'm going to hold on hope that that RC is playing the cycles. That's what I've been saying now for 4 weeks. Chart wise, I would be expecting this minus like being down here at 19 if we didn't get any of the bond news or whatever this rumor was today, or this is dog days for sure. So we still got something out there that could help this exchange. So actually help everything. Price helps all. It really would too. Like, we're in a situation where a price move would actually help a lot of stuff, and it seems like RC knows that. Maybe. All right. Anything before we take a break about any of the stuff we've been talking about?
Not really, other than just clarifying that I think this kind of discussion where you're talking about it properly and things like spaces and video calls and voice calls are a hell of a lot better way if you've got people to talk through things with, rather than sitting on Twitter scrolling and looking at posts and comments and things. I just think if you're the type of person that does get a little bit affected with it, I think it's probably a better idea to join in with stuff like this. And you can get much more balanced. You don't get attacked and shouted at and whatever. And it's all right. For example, I don't think it's going anywhere at the minute. Other people think it's going to rocket up. Other people think it's going to go down to 15. It's like, just sit and chat about it. It's all good. See what happens.
Yeah, nobody knows either, by the way.
You're all in the same boat, and that's why I don't like to sit and speculate too much about it. And I got quite blunt last Monday when it all kicked off, and I got my highest bloody impressions in God knows how long when I posted that SEC filing, and again, we'll get onto that in a bit. That was my little script that did that. But the point was, I had people attacking me left, right, and center for the first time in a while, because I haven't been posting about the stock. I've been posting about the company, shopping, and PowerPacks. I had fuck tons of people coming on and calling me all sorts and attacking me and whatever. Stick to PowerPacks and your fucking Pikachu hat and shit like that, And
wow.
And I had a guy who specifically said, and he was trying not to come across as rude, but he said, what did he say? It was like. You always tell people to when they should buy the stock and all this kind of stuff, and you should just stick to PowerPacks because a lot of people listen to you. And I'm like, I don't think you realize I've been here for 5 years. I've always posted every time I buy. I've always posted about if I make moves in the market, if I'm selling puts or doing this, but I'll never ever sit and talk about strategy or talk about when, I'll just say I bought some today, and I was like, so don't fucking tell me what to do ever. I'm not your puppet, don't tell me to only talk about PowerPacks.
No, fuck off. Yeah,
fuck off.
This is
literally,
your account.
literally, I got very close. I was like, I need to walk away these fucking pricks think they can, like, I'm being perfectly respectable, and they're just like, fucking stick to that. And I'm like, am I some parrot or some puppet or something? Like, I don't like that shit. And anyway,
I've been proud of myself. I've been pretty well restrained for the most part. Just done some just heavy blocking, man. If you come in talking stupid shit immediately, it's just expect an immediate block. Like,
do you know what I've done recently, and I stick to it, and I think you do well with it as well, because you get pissed off with people as well, and so do a few people in here. It's working like a fucking treat. Is I'm saying to people, this is my last comment, and I will not be responding again. And
just I said good day.
If they, that's it. I said good day, sir. And then if they keep on with the hateful stuff, I block immediately. If they then just go, all right, whatever, then I just don't bother to block them, because I think I'm not going to interact with you again. We're done. And because my problem with my logic again versus emotion and ADHD shit, and is if someone's throwing a wall full of bullshit at me, and I'm just talking facts, I have to get that last little comment in there to sort of say, look at yourself. Like, the way you're acting is absolutely ridiculous. You are wrong. You are being aggressive, hateful. And I'm sitting there going, GameStop have done this. I like the company. Yeah. Like, that's it. Like,
it's almost pointless at this. I'm not even gonna go back and forth with these people anymore. Like,
no, that's it. And I'm getting good at it. I'll state the facts. If they've got a question or something, I'll answer. And then if they start coming across in that way, I'm just like, exactly what you. It's like, good day to you, sir. And,
I say good day. That's fine. I love it when people, like, I'll set that up, and then they let me come through with the gift after. The gift after. Yeah. It's is it Mel Brooks? I think that's one of my everyone's. All right, let's take 2 minutes. I'll be back. I'm just gonna continue playing from where we left off, I think.
Cool. I'm gonna go and get a cup of tea.
Well, joining us now to react to that.
We'll just pick a spot.
Except that he
stop. If you asked all of what,
it doesn't give me the whole.
This is it's tough.
There have been.
I think we'll go.
I wouldn't be arrogant enough to.
Right here. I'll be back.
So we'll see what happens.
Well, I'll look forward greatly to your next move on that. Just very quickly, SpaceX. We just heard Andrew talking about it, that it's going to be a rocket launch, but it's going to have to reach rocket levels to justify, I guess, all the hype. What's your view about it?
I wouldn't bet against it. I wouldn't be arrogant enough to bet against Elon. And what I find interesting on all the skeptics on Wall Street is how quickly they are to take the side of the establishment. I don't know what it is. Maybe they play by the rules. They go on the show, they answer all their questions, they bow down to them, they get together in the Hamptons. I don't know what it is, but there's nothing that is more American than risking your own money. And if you end up making money, great. And if you end up losing money, then you lose money. And yet you look at the mainstream media, like with GameStop as an example, and it's almost like everyone is rooting and wants to see our demise. And it's the same thing in this situation too. They want to see us fail. They hope we fail, and it doesn't really make sense to me. It's anti-American. What we're doing is tough, but we're taking on risk. And if you look at the current management team and the board, you've got a board of directors that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year for attending a few board meetings. You've got a management team, you've got a CEO in particular that's making tens of millions of dollars, have never bought a single share of stock on the open market with his own money. And yet, why are they so quick to protect and want them to succeed? Like, you talk about like, I watch what wealth inequality and all of these systemic risks, and then you have someone that's taking on a lot of risk and putting a lot of skin in the game. It's like, why do they want us to fail? I don't understand.
I love entrepreneurs. I think they make the world go around. I think that most people are risk averse and play safe in their lives and their business. And actually, if it wasn't for people like you and Elon Musk and others, the world would be a very dull place. And sometimes you've got to speculate to accumulate, and you may crash and burn. But as we learned in Top Gun, sometimes you will crash and burn, but other times you're gonna win. And I wouldn't bet against you either, Ryan. I've enjoyed talking to you the few times we've done it. I hope we can continue to do it. And if you put it off, it'll be amazing.
I didn't realize he had a Top Gun quote at the end there. Pierce pulling out the Top Gun shit. All right. What's up? Welcome back. A little quick break. Good chat so far, everyone. Good to see you. Thank you, IB. I have been trying to have a little bit of a peaceful timeline. I'm working on it.
Oh,
What's
I
up?
wondered actually. Yeah, because I muted you a long time ago, so it's nice to hear that it's been peaceful.
It's been peaceful. I also haven't. Once or twice a day kind of stuff lately. Enjoying.
Yeah, I've noticed you say something about that the other day. How you weren't posting your good morning stuff and whatever.
Yeah, sometimes I am. I'll make a little picture and stuff like that. I tried this weekend to mix it up and not do my GameStop stalker photo or Monday Eve. Just, maybe it was me. Maybe though I was the problem. So, but I don't think I was.
You're always the problem.
Yeah, I am. That's true. That's my wife. All right. Thank you, everyone in chat. What's up? Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube if you can. Subscribe to Roaring Sensei. We're going to talk about his whole shabazzle he's got going on. But he's at Roaring Sensei everywhere, especially on YouTube. But y'all know him on X as well. Yeah. Subscribe on Spotify and Apple Music too. Any kind of like comment, if you're wherever you're listening, comment, say hello.
Yeah, I'm a good singer. I'm Roaring Sensei on Spotify as well.
Yeah. Are you? Yeah.
No.
SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Just SoundCloud rap artist from the UK. That's Roaring Sensei. All right. So let's see. We got a little week in review, but we'll just kind of do that at the end. Let's talk your live streams and power packs and what's going on with GameStop and everything else. So how's it been going? How's the streams been going? They're on Saturdays, so I kind of can just like pop in and
I've honestly been quite in and out. So like I had a really busy period in let me have a look. So what are we in now? Just touched August, haven't we? So May and June and July were like really busy. We come to the end of the school year. We have our gradings and different events going on and things like that. So I was getting a bit like overwhelmed. And I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to not do it. I'm just going to have to accept I can't do one for a few weeks and I'm away and things like this. But yeah, the last stream was really strange because there was like loads of errors in the code and things. And we had our first troll in a while and stuff. But
what was the troll?
It was just a prick. But we just chilled and like I didn't let it kind of bother me too much. I was more bothered about the troll than I was about the errors in the coding and the game, because everyone just found it funny. And like when they just chill and they like, oh, don't worry about it, it's just silly, like you just relax, because we have such a good crowd in there that we're just like, Aaron, it's funny, like don't worry about it. It's
it's a good group in there for sure.
Yeah, I'm like this perfectionist that wants to get it all right, and they're like, doesn't matter, it's not your fault, like just crack on, like don't worry. But no, it was that the Price is Right one, Pokemon is Right one. And thanks, Fox. That's nice. Cheers.
It looks good, bro. Your shit, it looks nice. I like your camera's looking sharp. Your whole little your special effects. You're doing really good shit with it.
Yeah, I'm getting there. And I need to just, like I say, I said to you before we started, I had a guy come on with that constructive criticism the other day, just saying like, you got a bit too much on your screen going on, and I actually agree. And that summed up what was wrong with the last stream. there was too many things to go wrong with these games and things because I'm trying to do too much and we're playing all these different, things.
Bro, it's hard. It's hard. Like
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to pull packs or none of that shit. It's hard to pay attention and manage a stream.
Well, this is it. And that was my thing to Claude. It was like, I'm trying to look at a back end. I'm trying to control the front end. I'm trying to read the chat. I'm trying to actually process the cards that people are winning. And then I've got to like look at the YouTube analytics and things like that and get people, liking it and sharing it and all that. I'm still almost like new to it in the sense that I forget to tell people to like it while I'm doing it and things like that, and
sure.
and like you just have to. And then you get pricks like I had this guy a while ago, and it's like I don't understand.
I mean, what were you saying about tinfoil?
That was Go on, play it.
I am the tower of power, too sweet to be sour, funky like a monkey. Oh yeah, brother.
That was good.
That is my homage to the Macho Man Randy Savage.
That was a good one.
When I was stuck in the airport.
I
am the tower of power, too sweet to...
But yeah, so I had this guy come on the other day, and he says there was two of them. I'm forgetting the second one, but the first one he says, "Oh, you're too loud," and I was like, "Okay, don't watch. Like, I don't like. I'm me. This is where people just need to go and crawl in a hole. Like, there's a difference between constructive criticism and telling somebody something that's just." Their personality. It's like, you don't like my haircut, you don't like my my accent or whatever. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like I'm not going to change the way I am on a stream for you. If you want to go and watch a calm ASMR PowerPacks video, then go and watch somebody else. Like, we like to have a laugh, we like to get loud, get crazy when we pull a good card, and if you don't like that, that's okay, but you don't need to come in and say you're too loud. Like, just don't watch it.
That's not feedback. That's just being an asshole.
That's what I mean. You can be honest in your head. You don't need to tell me. Like, and there was another one similar, and I can't remember right now, but it was just, I don't need to hear that because it doesn't mean I'm going to change. If you tell me something like that guy today where he said you got too much going on your screen, I can be like, yeah, do you know what? You're right. I need to reduce that down. And you're not digging at me. You're not, I will never not be the silly juvenile clown because it's the reason my dojo is successful. It's the reason the streams have been successful because I am just me. Like, and if the kids like me and people like me and we can have a laugh, go to any wedding or event or whatever, I'm the one making the kids laugh while everybody else is like being a bit bored. Oh, I hate weddings or whatever. I'm just like, fuck it, let's just have a laugh. It's if you don't like that, all good, but just go away.
Right. Who doesn't like having fun? Like, what the fuck? Your shorts are doing pretty good though. You like that? Like, I'm trying to see the dates. I said you like that.
These are all recent. This top line is all recent.
Yeah, you had said you're using, was it Claude to help you with this?
Oh, mate, can I share my screen?
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah. I'll just stop sharing mine.
Give me a second, because I was going to show you a couple of things that I've been working on, because you were talking about wanting to talk about YouTube and that in general,
Yeah, the process is a pain in the ass on my side of things. Like, my workflow from the time we're done here to getting it posted on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, through the RSS feed, it'll only send an audio feed. So then I got to go back to YouTube and post a video feed. And then, I like doing the clips. I have a lot of fun, like seem to do pretty well out there on X too. So I like the clips and I like kind of like editing those and stuff like that. So it'll shoot out some of that for me, but none of that shit is quick. Nothing.
Well, this is it.
Is fast, and it's very time. Yeah.
And that was the problem. I couldn't find yours is easier because you're not relying on faces and moments of video. Yours is a lot of audio, whereas I've got PowerPack scene, the face, and the chat that need to be clipped and zoomed in. And so this is my little platform I've created for my YouTube channel, and it connects up using the YouTube API. So using Claude, let me just sort of there's vidIQ, which a lot of people that are doing YouTube may have heard of, which does all the analytics and everything, but it's quite limited on doing things like exact moments and clips and things. It gets a lot wrong, right? So I've created this thing, and it took me, I'm not kidding, it took me 6 months, and it's the clip planner here. So you basically paste in your video link. You go onto vidIQ, and because this is the bit where it was causing me a lot of problems. vidIQ is excellent at analyzing your video. So rather than repeating the wheel and making my application do the bit that vidIQ can already do, I said, you know what? Fuck it. That's the bit that keeps going wrong. I'll just ask vidIQ to analyze my video. It gives me a block to paste in here, a block of timestamps, start, finish. And then it will create my clips for me.
Nice.
And there you go. Look, so it's literally generated these itself using specific zones that I've mapped it to. So I've said, like, this is the PowerPack screen, this is where my face is, and this is where the chat is, and things like that. And it'll go in and it will actually clip it for me, and it will add in your hits and things like that. And it's been a long journey of doing all that, but I'm getting there with it. And I prefer, sitting there editing myself, but I just don't have the time. So if you want to get one out there nearly every day, I don't have the time to do that. And so that's one program, and it tells me obviously all my dash and everything, and how I'm doing at the moment. And you can see views have gone down.
Views and everything.
Oh, everything, yeah. Views here,
all the data.
Yeah, everything. It's just the YouTube API, and it's telling me my top 10 videos over. But thing is, YouTube Analytics does that anyway. But it puts it in a nice manner where it can tell you, this video has done the best. Follow this video because it's done really well.
Yeah. So like my data comes from a bunch of different sources. So like, because my RSS feed is Riverside.
Yeah.
So like that'll give me the stream views, some of it. But I posted on X. We got a lot of viewers on X, by the way. What's up, X listeners / viewers? So we got that, and then we got the YouTube views, and then we got the YouTube live stream views, and then we got the YouTube audio only views.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple other. I say this because it would be amazing to have something like that, pull in data from a whole bunch of different places.
Yeah,
and compile it, because like it's and then maybe post all those things too.
That is basically what I'm doing. I'm a data / statistics freak, and I love going through numbers and telling me what's good, what's bad. For example, that short there, if I go back on my actual YouTube analytics and you look at that specific video, it's got something like 90,000 views.
Let's go.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, 92,000 views on that specific short. And all it is a compilation of massive packs. I've spent $9,000 on PowerPacks. I haven't done that in one night, but I've just clipped it together to show people, like, this is PowerPacks, this is the big pulls, and people obviously like it, So it's I've tried to replicate that a few times, and a few of the videos have done well. So you got that one, Paulie getting where that's a human emotion videos always do incredibly well. So 32,000 views on when we gave Paulie his Charizard card.
Click on your live streams. How are those doing? Do you mind?
The live streams? Yeah, no, not at all. And then that one there was when I tried to replicate this one, see? And it's done pretty good. It's got 20,000 views, and I posted that one 3 months after that one, see? But it's not quite got the same traction. But yeah, it's doing quite well. And, I average sort of 1,000 to 2,000 views on most of the shorts eventually, and then you get an outbreak like this where a few of them do quite well.
Yeah. I haven't done 1,000 yet here. I'm hoping maybe this will be the one.
Yeah. On the live stream, you know?
Yeah, look at that. Good job. That's I wanted this. All right.
But yeah, like
so
this
that's
is the
what's
most
your watch
recent
hour?
ones.
So 991 views. Does it say your watch hours on there?
Give me a second. You can do it. Let me go into. I don't. Where is it? I'm trying to do it on the fly now. Oh, there is it. Filter maybe.
Yeah, on the fly is the toughest part about streaming, bro.
Yeah,
it really is.
You can normally edit the analytics, but let me go. Oh, there you go, analytics. Right. So in terms of just general total watch hours over the last 28 days, I've got 558 watch hours. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. All right. Well, that's cool.
You get these bumps, you know, where you do the streams. So the streams are what keep me going in terms of the watch hours, and then the shorts just get me like a nice 5 to 10 a day or something.
Yeah, that's good.
And a lot of this,
you're reinvesting it back in and shit, right? Is that what you're about to say?
Well, that's what I was literally what I was going to say, because a lot of this is actually just from donations.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't okay. That's what I was like. I thought
no, most of it I'm happy to show that as well in terms of how much I keep versus how much I donate back into the community. You know?
Yeah, so, I was interested how much just the stream pays out versus.
Yeah, you can get that. You can get that. So yeah, look, there you go. So there you go. So you can see if you look at that specific stream, that's because of donations. But then if you go into see more, that's what I was looking for. So you can go somewhere into the revenue and it breaks it down into donations versus ads. But normally I do it on my mobile. I'll do it on my mobile YouTube studio. So I don't actually know where the button is. Revenue. There you go. So super chats and gift chats, £184. Membership, people donating memberships, £48. And then the actual ads only got me about $8.
Okay.
You know, £5, $8 for the stream.
Yeah. Good shit. Very interesting. Like I'm almost monetized. I'm almost there. Not sure what I'm gonna do with it, but like so the 500, that like I have all the other metrics. Like the watch time is no problem. I'm well over the 4,000.
You were the other way around to me because you did a lot of you know, you've done a lot of long audio streams, whereas the way I started was the odd stream here and there with barely any viewers, and so I got the subscribers quicker than I got the watch hours. You know,
that you got to try. You're doing well on that too. 2,400,
something like that. Yeah, it's been again, it's been stagnating a bit recently, but again, that's because I haven't had the time to commit to it. But it's not stressing me out so much. You know, it's like just enjoy it and go with it. You know. And then the other thing I've been working on the last few days, you know, the simulator that I had going where you could pull simulated packs.
Yeah.
So look at this bad boy. So I've totally rebranded it.
Perfect. This is yours?
This is mine. Yeah.
Nice.
So
that's great.
It was just called, you know, GameStop PowerPack Simulator. But I wanted to move away. I never actually asked them for permission to use their name on my simulator. So I thought, you're being a bit cheeky there, like you're using your connection with them and in good faith to try and promote the product. You know, I wasn't charging anything. I'm never going to charge anything. But we got, if you look up in the corner, like 456 people signed up to this site now, pulling cards. 2 people ripping right now.
Are you in chat?
Somebody's in chat, yeah.
Are you
Chat's been quiet for the last half an hour. I think they've all fallen asleep.
They're watching you.
But no, I've totally rebranded it just to my own dojo name, you know, Pack Dojo, which is and sort of just gone my own way about it. And you can see you can kind of pull your power packs for free, and they're just mimicking the real power packs. But it's just fun for people that either don't have a lot of money or can't pull, you know, a $5,000 pack in real life.
Well, and then you're also connecting it to the streams and giveaways, right?
Exactly the point. So this is what I was going to say to you and everybody, which is the plan down the long run is to use the tech to help me down the road bring everybody together back to my streams, basically. So if people stumble across this app and they're like, oh, this is fun for my kids or whatever, I don't get anything out of it, no money or nothing. But if you click on my channel and you subscribe, you're helping me. You watch the streams. You might then win a giveaway, or you might, like have some fun with us and pull some cards or whatever. But I'm playing the long game with it, where it's get the community in and having fun, enjoy it. Don't try and push sales of, like T-shirts or packs or anything like that. Just if people want to buy a pack, they can buy a pack with me on the stream. That's no problem. Or want to enter the tournaments, but get them involved in the actual ripping and like enjoying it. And then you put a little, thing there saying, oh, watch my stream, watch my replay, But yeah, you literally
looks good.
Click on the pack, open it, and it's a real Neutronium pack. The values are the same.
Nice. We just won 4,200 guys.
Let's go on a $5,000 pack. So it's like
we're down.
That's I've just bombed like I always do in real life on PowerPack. So there you go. But
that's funny.
I'm working with them. The thing is, the reason I've done this as well, I'm working with them to implement new features into PowerPacks. So, for example, there's a set collection of cards that you can win on my simulator. That's not going to happen on PowerPacks. And you can go in and actually see how much of your binder you've collected.
Oh, that's fun.
And things like that. I've barely got any of it. There's tons of them, in the starters. You can go through the binder. Look, you can select, just show me the ones I've got. It's just cool. Like people that like the Pokemon, you can click on your card. I pulled it here. What have you got? You've got your leaderboards, which is something that GameStop have been implementing off the back of us talking about it. Which is these people today, Hal has pulled the top starter card today. And for the month, it's JJ. And for all time, it's Tommy. And things like that. Like people want to see that they're up there, they're winning, they're getting good shit.
People like to compete.
Yeah, that's it. And prizes as well. So you've got, where is it? You've got your prizes where I give away some real power packs just by pulling on this simulator. All you have to do is open Sensei packs. If you find a Sensei card, you win a real power pack. Or at the end of the month, if you finish in the top of the leaderboard, then you get entered into a prize draw. So it's like just simple stuff. People do it because they like it, but then you got the chance of winning a real pack. And it's also feeding GameStop some ideas.
Yeah, that too. I was proud that I was able to link one of my YouTube streams to the short I posted. So
that's it.
You got it going from your website too. That's
this is it. And this is where I've got the kind of advantage, if you like, is the tech background. Is I've already got a server set up, a website set up, a domain name set up. Like I don't need to do it's all just there. So I just hook up Claude Code, and this is just my absolute happy place. Like I sit here just. I don't need human interaction when I'm sitting in this mode. You know what I mean? And then I'll complete something. I'll have a break, and I'll be like, right, I need some humans, please. For a few days. But I just love it. There's so many things. I've connected up with your boy Nancy again recently.
Oh, how's he doing? What did you do with him?
Yeah, really good. We're going to do a stream again when I get back from America.
Let's go.
And he's going to design me some karate trading cards, martial arts trading cards. And on the other side, I'm going to let him use my streaming software. So I can talk to you about this as well. I think you already know about this one. I have created I'm not going to load it up actually because it's got all my stream keys and stuff on it. But I've created the software to actually allow you to multi-stream to various platforms for free. So
yeah, nice. Like kind of like Restream.
Exactly like Restream, but without paying $100 a month.
Wow.
So
yeah, that's
I've got that for free. It's I love it. I'm just obsessed with it, and I could go through all the various different things, but it would take me all night. But that's my standard website, and
it's kind of fun what we've taken like GameStop and
exactly
we've seen the creative people in the community, and they've been allowed to kind of like flourish. anyway,
yeah,
it's just nice to see. We got a lot of creative people in the community. Everyone's kind of like
we have
finding their passions and digging in. You know, they ask, that's why would you spend hours doing this show? I do like it. There are parts that I don't like of the editing, but it's really fun learning all this new shit when it comes to audio and video editing. And you know, it's a process for sure, but every week it's like you get a little bit better and it's very satisfying.
Yep.
So yeah, and we got a lot of folks like that. So pretty sweet, bro. Pretty sweet.
This is the one that I've just seen. IB's put a funny comment. This is the one that IB was actually talking about with me a little while ago. So I've put it here now to remind me to get on with it. And it's a series that I'm going to put together of little videos and clips, some short clips and some mid-long videos, which is basically how to. This is where the literal sensei mode comes in, rather than the sort of GameStop sensei. But like, stop turning things constantly into these negative loops and negative cycles, and essentially break the cycle, which is stop blaming other people, stop constantly thinking that everything and everyone is gonna crumble. And you know, it's a lot to do with confidence, a lot to do with motivation, a lot to do with so many elements of mental health and physical health and whatever. That IB and I sat there for about an hour chatting a month or two ago now, and it just made me think, you know what, I'm going to write all these thoughts down, get it on the site here, and remind me to kind of crack on with this little series, and then do some streams from the actual dojo as well. I was saying that to you earlier, wasn't I, where I can invite people up if they want, you know, turn your video on or leave it off if you want, and just talk to me on the mic rather than just typing. And then we can sort of talk about how this affects everybody, not just you, but like there's tons of people in this community feel the same, you know, like stuck. And the country, you know, I'm not just talking about the US, but my country as well is just very stuck. Like, you know, people are struggling for work, struggling for money, didn't necessarily have the upbringing that others have had, or the cash influx that other people have had. And people are just having a hard time, you know. So that's where when I get creative, I feel fucking amazing, you know, and you don't have to have a lot of money to do it. And you can just start with some scraps on paper, you know, and write it down and things. And this is all just.
And once you get started, bro, like once you get started, that's the hardest part for me, at least. Even just like making the fucking stream cards or anything, like put it up. But once you start, it's fucking fun. I had fun making this episode stream card. I actually been having a lot of fun with them lately.
Honestly, that's the way to do it, because if you just I got there with the streams, and I'm sure you've got there with this, where you feel a pressure of just lifting your numbers or getting more people in, or you know what I mean? It just turns to shit. You just end up like not enjoying it. You see the numbers go down one night and you're like, oh, fuck it, like, or whatever. I was getting negative people on my streams, and I'm thinking like, why am I doing this? What am I actually doing this for? And it's because of, you know, these lovely, a lot of them are in here, you know. G Money, I'm going to meet up with when I go to California next week.
What's up, G Money?
You got IB, obviously. You've got so many people. Kyle, I'm going to get you a load of shit from GameStop when I go. You know, there's Righteous. That's why I do these streams, because genuinely in my life, I don't care how it sounds, I've never ever met people like these people before in my life. And I didn't think just 2 years ago, when Kitty came back, and a lot of you guys were like, oh, who's this guy? You know, because I'd not been around. I was quiet. I was a lurker. I got on with my job. I've been invested with GameStop since 2020, 2021. And I didn't see the necessity to join in with the community, because I thought, I don't know who to trust here. There's probably a load of scumbags, a load of, you know, and there is, but you know, you gradually learn. And I'm not even kidding. It sounds cheesy or whatever. Like, it's turned my life around to the point where I've got to meet people in real life. You know, Robot's just come in there. Like, I've met him twice now. And so many other, you know, me and Brooks talk 2 or 3 times a week now. And he's like a manager at GameStop, you know, like in Vista. And we're like really good buddies, you know, and we just talk about our cards that we like and what we're selling. And he's been having a bit of a hard time at the minute, so we'll just chat as mates and things. And I didn't think I was going to be in that boat of like needing or wanting community. But because I was all right with my dojo, I was all right with the buddies that I had. And without sounding like I'm putting those buddies down, as you get older, you lose common ground with people, you know? You know, you've got kids and things, you know, family. I'm sure you don't talk to barely any of the people that you did when you were 20 or, you know, it's
all the dudes in my fantasy football league, and it's about that time of year. But no, like I talked to way more of the homies in the Discord and
exactly,
you know, all the ones that, you know, I got an extensive group of chats going on out there too. But yeah,
and you can dip in and out, right? You can dip in and out, and you can go quiet. And you know, I'm not a group chat person. The only, without sounding like, you know, I need to sit on the top of the tree or whatever, like the only one that I am all right really engaging in is my own one that I've set up about the power packs, because it's specifically about that topic. Whereas where I struggle is when it's just almost like, which is basically any group chat, right? It's just like anything goes. You don't really know what you're going to get, and things kick off, and you get arguments, and I struggle with that. And it's like, I know you've struggled with that as a mod and an admin and things. And
and then the Twitter DMs are right at the top. Like if you're in a group, they just show up right at the top of your inbox, no matter what. Like even if you mute the sucker, it's going to be there. So. Yeah, I'm in yours. I don't really. I'm not a big fan of Twitter groups at all. Like,
no, I wasn't, and I'm not. But that one specifically, the only ones that engage, are interested in cards. They're interested in the streams, and they want to share stuff and help each other out. You know, KJ's got his you know, his slabby product coming out now, and we all try and support that. And you know, like, and I've said to them, you know, we'll almost make like a bit of a exception/rule, which is like, if you got something, what we were talking about before, if you got something you're creating and you're really putting your blood, sweat, and fucking tears into this thing, share the shit out of it in here, you know. And if people don't like it, fuck them. Like, you're putting your graft into this. And I was like, with Slabby, KJ, just like post it in there, and if people see it, they see it, and if they don't, they don't. But you've got your eyes out to like 100, 200 people, you know. And
oh yeah, that thing's tight. Look up KJ. He's got like a card slab tagger that like prices it and allows easy grading and really cool shit. Like so many cool people that fucking are out there doing it. I just put mine up real quick. So we got 3 more subscribers, guys. Thank you.
Nice.
Doing all right. Let's see, the live last week. I thought we were gonna get a magnificent, but we did not. I don't spend too much time in here. Let's see.
No,
lives do okay though. 862. So the best is eBay or bust. I think that was who was on that one? It was Peak Hobby. We've had some good ones though, but maybe this will be the one.
He's got a big following, hasn't he?
Oh yeah. He got kicked off for a second for no good reason either. So that's a bummer. But yeah, the lives do good. The videos do okay. It's just the posted. But I think I want to dabble in some just straight up videos at some point.
Yeah, again, I'll talk about that with you privately, and I'll talk to you about how to, you know, things that I've been finding out in terms of when you're posting your videos, you know, how you need to do them slightly differently to the streams and things, and just silly shit like your titles, and, you know, not clickbaity titles, but like the way you word your titles, the way you word your descriptions, what you include in the keywords and the tags and all that. It still very much does matter. You have to be really on it. And
yeah, it's crazy. Mags was saying that you have to have like over, well, I guess the algo will pick you up if you show more consistency. Like over 30 live streams is where you start catching on. So I think we're about like 17. I mean, maybe not even that much. Maybe we started in the end of April. I think 420. Either way, it's going good. So, okay, what else? Any power pack news? Shop GameStop.
I'm talking a lot with Tommy and Pete at the minute. So I got I catch up with Tommy now privately. So like, I've got his number and think, you know, Tommy Padires who does the PSA stuff on their end. So I've just got to kind of learn, obviously, over this year working with them and stuff, a lot more about the internal mechanics of how the actual power pack system works and who controls what and who does this and who does that. Because I've been very open and honest with them and with GameStop about things like grievances and stuff that, again, you put something constructive criticism on Twitter, and you get shouted at for being negative, and it's like, guys, they're not responding to me, so I need to post. It's like you would do with British Airways, or so if the biggest problem, which I'm sure a lot of people have been familiar with, is if you contact them about power packs specifically, PSA will pass you to GameStop, and GameStop will pass you to PSA. And I just said to them, this needs to stop, like, now. Like, you need to establish a grounding of what is your problem and what is your problem, because I don't think you guys are doing that on purpose. I just think your customer service staff don't know. So they're going, oh, that's not out. I don't know, so I'll pass it over to them, So you need a very, very clear sort of remit. And they've been really, really great, Tommy and Pete and everybody, at listening to my grievances, because I'm the one doing it and spending, I'm not a whale by any means and spending, 50 grand a month on packs, but it's the experience I'm using, on the streams.
I'd be interested in what your total is, though. But go ahead.
Well, that's another separate thing that I've been doing as a little project. So well over $100,000 now on the packs, and but no. So the point is, I'm not just a priority customer because of the value that I'm spending, and I'm very much like that in life. But I understand business. Like what I said before about Ryan Cohen, how he's got to make a deal with the bondholders because they're essentially giving him $1.4 billion. So if he has to make a move that suits them over the retail shareholders for 5 minutes, then he might have to swing that way. You know what I mean? Because that is business. And so I understand if somebody's giving them $400,000 a month in PowerPack's revenue, they have to listen to that person. But I'm sort of airing the community's experiences of the UI, the UX, the feedback, the customer service, and everything, and that's where we really get on, because they know I'm doing it for literal improvement. I don't give a shit about the fact, I've put 50,000 in this month. Why aren't you listening to me, kind of thing. We spend a lot on those streams, right? But it's like, it's for the guy who spends $25 as well on a starter pack, and then he gets fucked up with a card that's an error or a problem, and it's like, who does he have to speak to? How does he sort this out? And I said to Tommy and Pete, I don't want to be the guy that's like, oh look, I can get it sorted just because I know you guys. I want to know.
No, you don't want to be that guy.
God, no, because I've already got people contacting me, and I'll help where I can, right? And I'll forward messages and things. But I want to be the guy who understands the process. And if the process is not complete, I want to help you complete the process. And that's where I was talking to Nat Turner as well about missing gaps of communication between GameStop and PSA. And I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I just want to be careful how I word it. I spoke to Larry recently, and he's asked, how do I word it? He's asked me to send a letter to Ryan, and Ryan has replied to me and said, basically, thank you so much for all of your support with the community and all that stuff, and I really appreciate you taking the time with this letter and everything, and we're going to pass it through the teams and escalate all the problems that we can and whatever. So I'm not going to go into all the bitching, because it sounds like bitching if you're just reeling off constructive criticism, right? But there was about 10 to 15 points that I put in this, we'll call it a letter. It wasn't really a letter. It was like a presentation type thing, showing errors and things. And there was a GameStop side, there was a PowerPack side, and there was a kind of missing link and communication side, between customers and the companies and things like that. So it was like, if this is a joint venture thing, you need to get with PSA and say, whose remit is this? And then you need to figure that out and have a set process again. If this is a GameStop only thing, like the gift card problem that we had last year, or a website problem, then who exactly at GameStop do I speak to about that? Because when I ring customer services, they don't do anything. And that's where it's getting stuck, because it's like, is this even getting back to the board? Is this even getting back to top level management? Or is it getting, and I spoke to Brooks and other store members and managers, because it was a case of, okay, Brooks, when your staff come to you with a problem about the company or how something is operating, what do you do? So Brooks will speak to this person. And then what is this? And it's obviously bureaucracy in any business, right? You've got like the manager of the store, then you've got like an area manager, regional manager, then you've got like a district manager, where's it getting stuck? And that was my question. Is it getting up to Ryan? Is it getting up to Larry? Is it getting up to Joe? Is it getting up to the social media team? Is it getting up to even regional or area directors? Or is it, where is the buck stopping? Where's the buck stopping? And and that was basically the point of the letter. Was I feel like there's a disconnect between us, the stores, you, and the PSA, and we need to figure that out, because people are getting pissy and posting shit on X that can be resolved a hell of a lot easier. For example, I had an issue with eBay the other day, right? And this is actually, it's really quite funny. I've barely used eBay for 10, 15 years. And then just before we mentioned buying eBay, about 6 months before we mentioned...
Sensei, real quick, I'm sorry, bro. Just in case we get kicked off, guys. This shit is lagging hardcore for me. I don't know if it's lagging for everyone else. So yeah. But
oh, it's all right for me. You sound all right.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at like my PC, just all my windows. I had to shut it, and it's inching along. So everyone, we sounding okay out there? Let me know.
Yeah, you sound all right to me, and you can hear me all right.
Yeah, so we'll. I probably won't be able to pull up the screen anymore.
No lag for Joseph, he says. Everyone's
no lag. Okay, all right, cool.
Get your task manager open, and just leave your task manager open.
That shit scares me though. All right, let's
just leave it open. Don't do anything with it. Just leave it open, and it just shows you where things are at. And it tends to have this weird effect where it just calms everything down. It's like the computer knows task manager's open.
But some kind of interrupts going. Okay, so let me get Discord shut down. I feel like that sucks.
Yeah, that's all I do when I come on here is close all the different apps. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah. So it was a really good communication, and I'll just say the reason I went to Larry is because we have this relationship where we joke around and piss around on Twitter, but then I have gone to him before with a more serious thing, not any complaints or anything, but just like, and he got back to me, and I was really honored, and like, Jesus, this guy who's sitting on the board of our company has taken the time to message me back. And then like talking about potentially meeting up and having a coffee and things like that. Like, we haven't done it yet, but like, I would be absolutely like, how funny would it be if me and Larry took a picture together and just with a cup of coffee of him with the Jolteon in his hand? Like, that would just be so funny.
It'd be awesome. It'd be great.
And I just messaged him and said, the very first time, I was like, I know obviously you see this silly side of me online, and I'm always joking around with you about the Jolteon and all that, and you know, my fucking Pikachu hat and squeezing my ears and all that. But I really am like a really sensitive guy that like I take the dojo very seriously. It's my life's work. My students like have become my life. I don't have children. I don't want children, but I take my work very seriously, and this work included. You know, it's like, if I'm going to invest in this company, I want to be the fucking fly on the wall for everything that's going on. I want to know the ins and outs of every process, and I don't give a shit about the stock, in the sense that if the company's not working, the stock's not going to work. So you need the processes to be in place. And that's where I was saying, like, I'm a stats nerd, I'm a numbers nerd, you know. If this communication is going disconnected somewhere along the chain, the company is dead, because nobody knows. I don't care if it has $8 billion, because down the line, decisions are going to keep being bad or missed. and Ryan won't know about it, or Larry won't know about it, you know, and it's not through their fault or Brooks's fault or something. It's just finding where's that missing link in the chain. And it's like a bad relationship. It's like a bad friendship. You know what I mean? When you don't communicate, something's not happening. It grows. You dissipate. You get angry with one another, and you don't even fucking know why you're angry. You know, it's that's where I didn't want it to get. And I kept seeing all these hateful, angry things, not about the stock, but like, fucking GameStop are useless. They haven't got back to me. Fucking shitty customer service. And I'm like, So anyway, I spoke to eBay the other day, and some dickhead had left me negative feedback because he didn't read my description on the product I was selling, right? And it's like the pictures are there, the name's there, the description's there. And it was just this DIY product. It's not really important, but it has an expiry date on the product, and it was out of date. And I Googled it, and I was like, can I still use this product with it being out of date? And is it okay, you know, like legally, for me to sell this at a discounted rate? You know, you wouldn't sell food if it was like 6 months out of date, but if it's like a product that's not been opened, and it was like 100% guaranteed you can use this. It's just one of these safety dates where they're like, if it goes past this date, it might be a bit less effective or whatever. And the product was worth about $120. I sold it for $70, unopened, untouched. And then the guy receives it and he's like, I want a full refund. It's out of date. And I was like, look at the description. Anyway, he left me bad feedback and all this. I went straight to eBay. The feedback was gone in a day.
Oh.
And I was like, go on eBay, because I thought that's customer service. I contacted them on the live chat thing, and I just got like an AI bot because of the time of day it was. So I thought, I'll send a message on Instagram. So I posted a little message on Instagram. Straight away, they assigned, you know, like somebody at the desk onto that message. Immediately was like, yeah, I can see all your messages to him and from him. I can see your product. I can see the description. We're going to delete that feedback, and you'll be back on 100% positive by tomorrow. And I was like, there you go. That's where we need to be with GameStop. And there's nothing else that's good enough. And I understand, again, I'm not complaining. He's had to make all these cuts. He's had to balance the, you know, how many staff do we need to do this and so on. But I just made it clear that I feel like the customer service phone line is not good enough. Whereas if you get through to somebody who knows what they're talking about, and that's a big if, then things get resolved very, very quickly. And they were very grateful. They were like, because he's all about customer service, isn't he? Pleasing the customer.
Yeah, RC is. That's
like, what I mean. Yeah. This is what I mean. So there's got to be a disconnect. And I'm like, I trust him enough, and this might be my own confirmation bias, I trust the guy enough to not think that he's lying about appreciating customer service, because he ran Chewy like an absolute customer service dynasty. He's not just going to run GameStop with shitty customer service and just leave it. Like, if there's a problem, I feel like he's not knowing about it, or he's not, you know?
Yeah,
so we'll see what happens.
Not enough flags being raised. That's cool, bro.
It is cool. It is cool, because honestly, I was scared.
Too. Yeah,
I was scared to send it, because, yeah, like, you don't want to come across like you're just being a bitch, like moaning, or, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm the same at my dojo. You know, if somebody, I have people say to me, a lot of the mums in particular say to me, so 2 examples of my dojo. We've got female products,
but go ahead.
Female products in the toilet, for example, that were not there, because I had a few of my teenage girls came up to me about 5 years ago and said, can we start getting some, you know, sanitary products and things like that in the toilets? And I was like, yeah, I've never thought about that before. Like, why? And it's not because I'm some ignorant pig. It's just because we don't go through it, right? And I don't have kids. I don't have a daughter. So I now providing all that stuff in the toilets out of the dojo's budget. So if they're wearing a white karate suit, for crying out loud, they can quickly go in the toilet, sort themselves out. We've got spare trousers. We've got spare things like that. The second thing was we allow the girls and all students to wear black trousers instead of white trousers. all off the same back of the same thing. And it was all the teenagers coming up to me. And yeah, tell us more about the mums, he says, which is the dads tend to, as you can imagine, not be so bothered about that kind of thing because they don't really think about it like me. But I've had the mums come up to me and say, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody where my 15-year-old daughter can go up to their instructor and talk about their periods or whatever, like, and feel comfortable talking about products and this and that. And I hope and think that I try to just do that with everybody, where it's like, no judgment. Like, you can talk to me about the most awkward thing or uncomfortable thing, or you can talk to me about a negative thing, but just don't talk to me like a prick. And we've talked about this millions of times, you know, which is control your emotions. You're not 5. And if you can't do that, take a step back and then come and talk to me. Hence why on my last stream, when we had the troll, I got quite blunt, and people haven't seen that side of me for a while, because I was basically just like, your time to leave, you know? But yeah, about the mums, yeah. But,
that's good, bro. I appreciate this story. I appreciate you being like a good advocate for the community, a good representation of the community on X too. You do a good job with that.
I'm trying, along with the negativity, like, because we are all negative at some point or another. That's the point, right? You have a shit day. You have a day where you need to moan. You have a day where you need to be a bitch, but you can control the way that you do it, right? And
maybe stay off X that day. So all right,
or talk to the people like this, right, that you trust, and you know,
I'm gonna try to share my screen again. Okay,
cool.
Let's see what happens here. Any other shop GameStop news? I'm gonna move on to. I'm gonna try to do just a quick weekend review, and then we're gonna get out of here because I gotta go.
Yeah, cool. Well, just basically look out for my video, because I'm starting my job with GameStop when I go to America. So
yeah, I know. I'm excited. I don't want to ask questions because I don't want to make you tell me no, or whatever,
no, I can only I can if you want, I can just tell a brief. So I'm going into Brooks's store and working. I don't want to reveal how much of it is. So there's a bit of a gag element in there. I will be wearing a GameStop uniform, working for GameStop, and doing PowerPack stuff and GameStop stuff in the store.
Let's go. That'll be awesome.
So it's going to be a mixture of live stream. Unfortunately, we can't do the whole thing as a live stream because the internet connection is not great in the stores. So I'm going to go. I know. So I'm going to go on, do what I can on live. I'm thinking about I'd have a chat with you about this. I'm thinking about doing like the live stream as like the pre-setup. Like, I'm getting ready. Yeah. I'm getting the stuff switched on and the packs out and everything. And then I'll switch off the live stream, and we're going to record it as a video, like a proper video with my, camera and everything, lighting, microphone, all that. And basically, when customers are coming in, we'll have like when you see those traders at the trade shows doing card stuff. It'll be a little bit like that, but with PowerPack stuff and with prizes and other GameStop products and things. And I'm working up like the contract with them now and things. And Anna Lee, shout out to Anna Lee, because a lot of people don't even know who she is, but she's Joe's what do you call it? Subordinate, is that right?
She works for him.
She works under Joe, yeah. So like, not necessarily for him, but like she would report to Joe, yeah. And she has been epic at with Joe's incredible schedule and busyness. He's moved house and done loads of different things. He's been pretty unavailable recently. So Anna Lee's been incredible at supporting me with the streams and sorting out the contracts and constantly wanting to sponsor me and things like that. And I'm very happy to work with her and Joe and the others. But yeah, so looking forward to it. Yeah.
That'll be great. Bye, Captain. Thanks for stopping in, bro. He had to go.
Cheers, Captain. See ya.
Cheers, Captain. All right, here we go. I'm going to try to share this, and then if not, we'll see what happens.
Cool.
But we'll be quick about it because we're back. I think we're okay. So let's go. We'll be quick about it because the week really wasn't much last week. Turn off overnight or regular. There we go. All right. So volume wise, All right. So the week started off with, the news of the debt for equity exchange. We sold off pretty quickly. We sold off about, 11% off of 8 million shares, by the way. The bulk of this big move happened in about 3 million shares. So I don't know. I mean, I'm seeing lots of talk about this being a hedge and the big sell-off being, the bondholders trying to get a good price, but it could just be them shorting us, taking advantage of news and using it to their advantage to get a lower price. Let me clean this up. So, I'm not sure. We did sell off in the middle of the day too. We sold off in pre-market on Monday and then came back up. And then, during market hours sold off, but we still got a pretty big ass gap. But after that, it was just fucking trade sideways in a channel, basically bounce off of 1925, 1935, and then back down to 1856, 55. We double bottom there, maybe triple bottomed. Really just standard run out the clock. We went right back down to low volume. What was it? Let's see. So the volume 41 million on Monday. It's a lot. 10 million on Tuesday, 7.71 on Wednesday, 6.65 on Thursday, and 4.74 on Friday. So 71 million for the week. Probably
40 million of those were me. So,
Yeah, just fucking balling out of control.
Or maybe 400, but no, that's fine. I bought 400 shares in the last week, which is,
that's awesome, bro.
I'm happy with my first quite big purchase, for me anyway, for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good shit.
73 million and 20. Yeah.
So you're that 0.03. Well, maybe not 0.0003.
No, I bought them on the Monday after the big dip.
Yeah, it's good. That was a good dip buy. A good dip buy. We hadn't been below that since well, I think it was even lower than August 2024. It was like May that we'd reached this low. So it'd been a while since we've been down here. Had a good opportunity to get a good dip buy. How low can you go, GME? Volume today was kind of interesting though. What was it today? Let's see. 8.6 million. I think the news was kind of bullish. I felt like if the news was supposed to be taken seriously, we probably would have done a little better. But it was just a rumor. But that's a lot of debt and overhang that would be kind of gone if we weren't trying for GameStop. And we ate shit. I don't know. I don't know what's priced in and what's not priced in anymore. I'll say that. So yeah, all right. IV was wild, by the way, and that would have been the worst. Like if you tried to play a dip on Monday, because that's usually like an idea, try to catch a dip. IV went from 27 to back over 50 on the sell-off, and then that was Monday, and then Tuesday to 40, and then to 30 on Wednesday, I believe. So
I took advantage of that IV, and I'm not going to go into options details because I don't want people to think that I'm shilling options. But I bought shares. I'm happy to say I bought shares, but I took advantage of that massive spike in the IV and then the drop in the IV.
Yeah, it spiked and it was quick, but like if you tried to buy calls into that, it was like double the effort if you were going to try to do anything there. So that was rough. So every day was kind of, so I got the IV up though. So we closed, we're at 38. Oh, we were up today too. Huh. I didn't notice that. That's why the calls I did have didn't do shit, but up to 38, got down to 30. I think we might have dipped down under 30 again. Just really low IV, but all over the place. So a little bit of volatility is nice.
Yeah.
As far as the chart, let's see if I had anything else. I mean, this is exactly what I thought the chart was going to be. I think I said this earlier, minus the sell-off. We are still in the dog days of summer. This is the shitty time of year. I'd been suspecting that we were going to be playing the cycle. Maybe there's an August cycle coming. Maybe RC drops earnings into that. We catch volume, catch a bid, and everything's great.
That was beautiful. That last drop of the earnings, that made my week. That did.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When he drops it early, like, oh.
Yeah, good news, and I know that we're going to expect that again. I know the numbers are going to be really good. I know the unrealized gain is going to be nice on eBay. I think the France stuff is going to be in there. Sensei or Bad Robot, get in here, Sensei. Shilling calls again. Yeah. I think the France seal is going to be in there. We got the Pokemon pre-orders. We got Grand Theft Auto pre-orders. There's a lot of shit. I know we're up against the Switch 2 revenue from last year at this time, but I might beat.
Well, I know that GTA is the first game that I'm going to be buying in about 4 years. So it's like I bought some of those little games, like I bought the Karate Kid game and things like that are like $15. But this is going to be the first mega release game that I think I've bought in probably 5 years, and I don't even have a PS5, so I'm going to buy it for my PC because I've got this nice new PC, and I'm going to try and get it through GameStop. They've got their digital store now as well.
Is it going to be? It will be.
Say again.
Is it going to be released on PC? I said, I'm sure it
yes,
will
be. 100%, yeah.
Okay.
So if GameStop come up with a code on their digital store, then I'll buy it from them. But we'll see how it goes because I'm not buying a PS5 because I don't remember the last time I played the PS4.
I want a PS5. I got my Xbox. I've been playing the shit out of Fortnite. I actually like it a lot.
See, again, I would play with you 100%. I used to play Fortnite a lot. I had a game with Win a long time ago. It was about a year ago now. Winston.
Yeah.
We had a great time. We're both fucking terrible, but like, it's just good fun. I would play with you. I'd play with anybody, but I just don't jump on it. Nobody kind of entices me to jump on it anymore. And
no build.
But no, I'd come on and have a game. Yeah.
No building. So so the Q2 expected revenue is 756. Q2 2025. Where's that? 900 that was the estimate. Yeah, we reported 972. That was a beat. That was a good one. I remember that being pretty excited about that one. So it might be tough to beat 972, but that would be an awesome beat. Year over year is always kind of what I'm hoping for, but 0.27 expected. I mean, maybe they're getting a little smart. Maybe Q2 last year 0.08. No wait, 0.19. And we're not playing around with this shit anymore. Like,
no, it's literally it's almost easy mode at this stage in terms of the earnings because of the fact,
you're right.
The fact that he stripped the interest that we're making, the Bitcoin, the eBay. All right, Bitcoin's not done great, but you're holding Bitcoin. You've got the eBay, and you've pivoted to collectibles. Like, is the Pokemon bust boom gonna bust? Who gives a fuck? Because you're still gonna sell products and you're still gonna sell sports cards and fucking Avatar and Yu-Gi-Oh, and like people just assume everything's pinned on one basket, but it's like, I don't think you realize that if a Pokemon crash happens, more people will buy packs because the cards are down. So therefore they want more, less scalpers are buying them and things like this because they're out of fashion. Yeah. So then more people go and buy cards. So it's like this argument again that it's like, oh, they're relying on Pokemon's boom. Well, yeah, like they're enjoying it, but they don't need to worry about it.
It's the same shit they said about us being reliant on physical, like it's the same shit. He's worked it out pretty nicely.
Like Brooks, for example, was telling me he's a massive sports fan. He's into his baseball, his basketball. He was like, I rinse through those Topps baseball packs, like, and the amount of people he gets coming into his store for sports packs now. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Like, he's a big baseball guy and a big sort of a basketball guy. And, last time I was there, I bought a ton of different sports packs to bring back to my kids, my students and things. I was like, I'll get you some basketball ones, some soccer ones, and the amount of people that are in there, like, grading their sports cards as well. It's not just all Pokemon. And then you've got One Piece, you've got Yu-Gi-Oh, you've got Naruto. They're gonna
all kinds of good shit. I'm trying to force a falling wedge onto my chart here because that's really what I want, but I don't necessarily see it yet. Yeah. Sorry. I was
no stress. I don't do all this TA stuff. As in, I get it, but I don't do it. I I just see up only.
Yeah, I know. Up only, baby. But we might have a little bit more not up to go, especially after today. What did I do? Delete. Oh, okay. I have one little thing I wanted to, deleted tweet 10. We'll just talk about it real quick. Well, today wasn't good news though, right? I don't know, man. We got some weird shit going on, like with his Twitter. So he followed and unfollowed Plute, followed and unfollowed the White House, and then he deleted the hat tweet, our adventure that we all went on wearing the GameStop hat. But the hat, we didn't really, by the way, but the lady with the hat, that tweet is gone. That was like his most recent tweet or second most recent, wasn't it? He hasn't been tweeting that much. Let me go to his.
I remember a time when I was at the top of his timeline for about 2 months.
I know. I posted about it somewhere. I was talking about it because the last deleted tweet was the Sprinkles one. And
that was near mine, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the one when that deleted, that put you back on top.
Oh, I remember. I was top of his timeline for about 2 months and I was on top of the world. Now I don't even get an SEC filing like Paulie and all the other guys.
It's crazy that it was January 7th, by the way. It's crazy how long it's been.
Yeah.
I say crazy, but we've all been here. But it just feels like that was just yesterday. The whole I love you guys, and then the trade anything day. And
I know. I've got that on the wall there still, framed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. Almost as cool as like emailing them and shit. But
yeah, I did. Yeah, like I say, I didn't want to. That's the weird thing about when you you don't want it to sound like you're kind of name dropping or some shit. You know what I mean? I just want to let people know where I'm at, and the people that care, that they care. They're listening. He responded. Larry was great. Like but then I don't want it to feel like I'm saying something I shouldn't or going into too much detail. Like, it's a fine line, isn't it? It's like, I'm very, very honored to have that communication response from them. And it immediately lifted a weight from my shoulders that was like, there's some negative things going on here at the minute that I don't like. And they need to get resolved, and Larry on it immediately, Toast, Ryan. It was like, they're listening. They care. They're interested. Even if they can't fix all of it immediately, the fact that they've said, we're passing it out to the teams, distributing it and doing what we can, that's good enough for me for now,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it worries me. It does worry me again. I shouldn't give a fuck what people think, but it does worry me that if I say things like this, that people are going to think, oh, look at him. He's just name dropping to try and, he's got a big head or whatever. And it's like, no, I just kind of want to get it out there that I've got proof that they care, like it's, there's actual evidence that they have responded and been well-mannered and decent and kind. Like, they're not just ignoring everybody and whatever. It's hard. Yeah. I appreciate it, G Money. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, so the deleted tweet, January 7th, that was, we ran pretty good after that, was the Sprinkles got deleted. And then there was the other deleted was, it happened. I marked it off, but I didn't mark what it was that he deleted. I was just searching it actually, but it happened in April, right before we fucking caught our eBay news bid. So I was pretty excited, but I don't know, whatever. We caught a 2% move off the news, but it feels like we're getting like someone is getting something from RC with the tweets and the deletes, and I'm not sure if it's for us or not, but somebody is. All right.
Cheers, Robot. I've gave you a good shout out earlier.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you were here earlier, but I mentioned your posts and somebody was asking about who to follow if they want good information on the company and things.
Oh yeah, I showed that 10% evaluation post. I kind of like that bad boy. Okay. All right. So that's it. Deleted tweet 10. Well, we got the end result today, but who knows? Who knows what the fuck's going on? All right. Anything else? Anything else with the chart? Any predictions, Sensei? What do you think we're doing?
Just really what I said earlier, which is I'm always just cautiously optimistic in the sense that I think we go steadily up from here. And we have, in my opinion, we go lower, whatever. But I think we've hit basically the floor, personally. But I've been wrong 15 million times. I just think we dribble up from here gradually, and we go 20, 21, and then the VWAP sits at around about 20, maybe. They get their shares at about 20, 50, maybe 21. I just think that would be nice and slow and steady growth, more people buying the stock, people buying call options, obviously like big money coming into call options and things. And then you're just short and sweet when you were saying, and a lot of people say this about the volume coming in and about who's buying all these shares. You might have already talked about this a million times, but I think a lot of it can just be like big institutional buyers and things as well, in the sense that they're just picking up massive blocks,
Well, that's a good point. Go ahead, and then I got something else. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, just like, it could be BlackRock, it could be, and they're buying it for their ETFs or whatever. They're buying it to loan their shares out. Like, it doesn't even, it might not even be positive. It might be they're loading it up so they can lend it out and shit.
Or sell calls. I feel
that's
like
it. That's it.
I feel like that's what we're experiencing a lot of. I'll pull that up real quick too. But yeah.
Cheers, Juicy.
What's up, Juicy?
He's off.
See you later, bro. See you later. The call selling's been fucking miserable. It's institutional filing days. The next 3 or 4 days, we got a big one from BlackRock. Seems like they might have balanced out there. I don't know.
But again, right, question, because you look at this a lot, and I don't look at all this. But how much do you factor in that people can be doing spreads?
Oh, I mean, it could all be, but it's just the most disgusting display of call selling.
Because you can do, for example, a calendar spread, right? So these people might be selling short term and buying long term, and therefore you're balancing it out in terms of it's neutral, which creates there's just so many. This is why I don't take this stuff as gospel on the day by days or the week by weeks, because that same person might have sold 1,000 calls at 25 expiring next week, but they might have bought 1,000 calls for $20 expiring 2027.
Yeah, you can't really like make so it's net call premium, right? So like for the day. And it's and it started, this doesn't go back far enough. It started as soon as the eBay news and the Burry bullshit started. This also happened with the Warrens, but it's a way to suppress the price, especially with low volume. Like if you're selling, $1 million, we'll go back, we're doing 3 million of volume a day, and it's over 1 million in net call premium, calls being sold and shit. It's not. It's going to hurt our price, and it's what's been going on. So maybe that's part of it. The institutions could be fucking loaning out shares. So seeing institutions buy in isn't necessarily like the best thing, but
when you see Larry posting about it, there's a reason.
Yeah, exactly. There is a reason, and I think it was 44% last time, and I believe minus some of the big ones were at 35%. So. Still waiting on Vanguard, State Street, Goad, Renaissance, Dimensional. Anyway, Susquehanna. I always fuck up with that one. Anyways, these are big institutions still left out there, so we could start getting some interesting filings in the next couple days. We should at least get them. I think we might get some insight on the bonds too. I know I saw something that Wolverine Financial posted theirs, and they are a bond holder. So interesting stuff there, especially since there was buying and activity in April. We should see that now, right? Yeah, the cutoff was June, right? All right. It's, you gotta wait 45 days and all that shit. But yeah,
I've just loaded up because I was using. Do you remember a while ago I asked you to loan your Unusual Whales account to help me with some programming and things? So I've loaded up Option Strat for the first time in a while, and I like the live flow. And the very first one this is the Do you remember when a while ago somebody was selling huge blocks of $125 puts? So
yes, and then
the money puts, right? And everybody's going, why would they do that? Because obviously it's so far in the money, ridiculously in the money. The premium is ridiculous that you receive, down the road. So I've loaded up option strat here today. Live trade. Somebody is selling. This is the opposite of selling $125 puts. They're selling $3 calls on GME.
Today?
They've sold was that today?
Unless it was last week. Yeah.
That was the 10th. Well, it's now the 11th for me, but the 10th at 8:57 p.m. my time, which is 7654321 12:57 p.m. your time.
There they are.
There you go. Right. So you've sold 75 $3 calls for December 2027. Like, you got to what the fuck? Like, you have to factor all this stuff in as well. It's like,
oh yeah, bro. Yeah.
So they're doing that. Yeah. But then that same guy will be on the other side of another trade that's balancing that out and hedging it. And like, they're bringing in the premium. Then they're spending that premium on something else. And they're fucking just rolling that weird wheel. You know what I mean? And
yeah. And you also can't.
Strange.
It is very strange. And you can't always necessarily believe the bid and the ask, depending on the source, unusual whales. There's been some call selling on that strike before too. Looks like on July 31st, 356,000.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that's moved up too. I feel like it's Delta or whatever related, but those 125s have slowly but surely. Maybe it's because the 125s are disappearing. But something's going on with those for sure.
So I mean, there's a lot of strange stuff that goes on with it, which always makes me again step back and be a bit like, if yes, the price, you're right, it gets crushed on the short term, big money coming in on puts or selling calls and things. But on the other side, those same bloody institutions and big boy monies will be loading up on long calls for a year's time, and that won't push the price up, because it's obviously, but then when they want it to go, it will fucking go, it's,
yes, hopefully soon. So
just playing their little game, you know what I mean?
I'm going to predict that I don't know, man. I feel like we got 2 more weeks till we start coming out of this, whatever it was going to be. I'm going to predict.
Well, I'm going to California on Wednesday, so it's got to go up then.
Yeah. Well, if you're in the air, there's lore around that you need to, we're going to do good. But, if we get an early earnings drop, I think the best time would be the week after OPEX. That would probably be our best shot. So maybe we have till around August 25th-ish. I'm not throwing out a date or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, that's the Tuesday after OPEX. That's our favorite time of year,
right?
Especially in August. So,
well, that's when I get back. So
there you go. So you're gonna. So okay. So, so we'll catch a bid on Wednesday when you leave, and then when you get
back on Monday the 24th. So
it'll sell all the way back off by then. But on the 24th, that's when the real move up starts.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go. We'll fill this gap and then come back down and then go off.
And that's actually when GameStop decides to offer me a full-time contract and I end up staying in the US. So that's actually maybe what causes the move up,
The catalyst is Roaring Sensei moving.
Apparently, if Joe turns up at Brooks's store with a contract in his hand going, move here, stay here.
Yeah. We might fill this gap. We might come down. I almost want to fill it. I don't want to. I'd rather do it really, really fast. So I don't want to spend the next 2 weeks meandering down here filling this, and then. But that could be a possibility.
Yeah, like I say, I don't think so. But there we go. I think it's pretty boop, for the next couple of weeks now.
Yeah, just live right around here and. That'd be nice.
And your little green line there, I don't know if that I can't see it very well, but you go up. Is that 2050? That line there,
right here, yeah,
up there.
That's
I think we head back up there slowly. I don't think we go personally.
Yeah, and then we bounce off there and shit because that's where the gap starts. From the news, I could see that. I could see us. There's a little gap here that we gapped over. If we can get up above 1950 seriously, You should move pretty fast, pretty quickly to that level. Yeah,
right.
You know, we didn't spend much time coming down. Should be pretty quick getting back up there too. If we can get free of this level, we bounced off pretty hard today. So it might be a battle. But if we can get up here, I say we tap that and maybe with some momentum clear these guys out. And then, depending on what's going on, we can either keep going or we might reject. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know. I want to keep going, but we need something. Like, we're in that VWAP window. You know, we need something, or it's probably just going to be sideways bullshit till we get through OPEX. So, yeah. I don't have a prediction then. I say we finish at 1925. That'll be my bet. Smack in the middle.
Finish what? At the end of
the week. What's Max Payne? Don't play calls, by the way. If you played calls, sell the open on Monday morning.
1950.
So is it? Yeah. So that's probably a pretty good bet on where we're gonna.
Which again, that's slowly dribbling up, like I was saying.
For sure.
You know, just slow steps. You know, and that's nearly $1 higher than where we are now. You know.
Yeah. So
80 cents. Yeah.
I take it. I think could be some good plays in there. I'm not shilling calls, but you know, 1950. This is all of it. Not a lot on the chain for a lot of these guys. 395 out the money for Jan. Yeah, that's a big strike. So this one must have just opened in September. Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Might be in bullshit mode for another couple weeks. So. All right. I did my tin foil. I don't have any announcements. You know, follow us all on X. Subscribe on YouTube, please. If you haven't commented, if you haven't liked, not subscribe. What is it? Yeah, subscribe. What do you got, Sensei, before we get out of here, bro?
Not a lot. Just I'm gonna look forward to doing this video and check out my obviously simulator and videos and things like that. I put a lot of work into that Pack Dojo simulator this weekend, and shop GameStop. Obviously, just buy PowerPacks, buy Pokemon, buy whatever. Yeah,
nice. Okay, so when I end, don't hang up. Okay,
cool.
You know how this goes. But yes, shop GameStop. Good job, bro. I appreciate it. This will probably be out Wednesday. What is today? It's Monday. We're a little.
That's when I go. Perfect.
Yeah, so I'll probably be out Wednesday. You might have it's usually at night though. I usually what I do is I edit it mainly on Tuesday, and then when I go home from work on Wednesday, putting together the posts. Spend like 4 hours posting it everywhere. So Wednesday night, probably about the time you land, maybe. But
no stress. No stress.
Yeah. But follow Roaring Sensei at Roaring Sensei everywhere. And let's fucking go GameStop.
Cheers. Power to the players.
That's perfect. And the stream. All right. Good job, bro.
Yeah, cheers. It's been